Sippy Tango. That's who's here.
Sippy Tango, where are the dragons? Oh, man.
Welcome to the Wileyverse. Real quick before you go off, Sippy Tango, you there? You listening?
It's a 10-second delay?
It's a 30-second.
30 seconds?
I wish I could get it down, but I need to ask some questions. Guess who's back, Wes?
Oh, master!
Okay, Wes, Sippy Tango, can you hear me, and am I coming through clearly? I have changed some settings, so...
Oh?
Yep, cool. So I have taken the advice of a previous viewer and added compression to our microphone. So we should be coming through louder, clearer, but we will not peak anymore. We won't go into the red.
Oh.
It literally cannot push too much into the red. It can, but we're in a weird place.
So I won't sing. I shouldn't sing this.
I mean, just be real careful about the slamming of things and...
So like sharp noises?
Yeah, because that's going to peak us and stuff like that.
Do a little chest?
Yeah. Into the
red.
red.
Into the red? Alright.
So, but we're... our signal's completely stabilized now. We're doing all that kind of good stuff. So, please let us know about our audio quality during the show. This is my first time messing with compressor stats, and I just kind of went off a pretty basic tutorial.
And they get to hear us drone quite a bit in this. I love how role-playing, talkative this game is, and so audio quality is pretty important in that.
We are very loud? Okay.
Who says that?
I messed with the compressor. I added compression like that guy asked us to a couple sections ago. So I'm still kind of figuring out. I just turned it down. Let me know if that's better.
That's a doodle.
Do I like the doodle?
Yeah. Drop anything.
All right.
I want to look into the...
Welcome to the Wileyverse. We play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons every week on Wednesday. We are playing a all Dragonborn campaign. Every character is Dragonborn. They're all from the same clan. They're all on the same quest from Bahamut. Wow. You're watching WoW? Did someone take over my stream?
It's weird.
Because, I mean, if I'm broadcasting, you guys should be...
Those are playing your WoW footage right now?
No, I host someone, but they shouldn't be able to take over my stream if I'm streaming.
Depends. Which one of you two pays more money to Twitch? That probably will sort it out right there.
The word is twatch.
Twatch. So which do you twatch on? Put it.
Close.
Yeah.
You
Right down the
stream.
answer. My intelligence is not very good. Found the forge hill.
We have 48 followers. How do I watch what's happening right now?
Channels, the Wileyverse. Are we on there?
We're all in red?
Get ready to raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's an ad.
Oh, now he's saying that you can see us. We got an ad?
Yeah, you get
Yeah, we
ads
get
every-
ads every time. Alright, we don't see any of that money, but Twitch does. So,
This episode not
yeah,
sponsored by Twitch.
it's Red Shirt Day, Red Letter Day, Red Everything Day. I was gonna wear my D&D shirt. Then he was wearing his red D&D shirt. He went home, changed into his red D&D shirt.
And Robert just felt our presence and put on a red shirt.
He just knew it. Knew he could feel.
Pretended like he cared about soccer sometime.
So,
You want to talk about soccer? Oh my
No,
god.
let's
You
not
wanna
talk about soccer.
Nobody wants to talk about soccer. And
So,
also, no, nobody
football?
watches.
we're running a 5e D&D game. Everyone's Dragonborn. They're on a quest to save their homeland. Fun stuff. They have gotten this piece of metal, this piece of god metal. They need to forge it into a god weapon to kill a god, maybe. And they have been
still
searching
don't know.
this god forge to forge this god weapon, and they finally think they found it. It could be right in front of them. They are looking at it, but as the little descriptor says down over there, there's someone else using the forge at the moment.
What does the little descriptor say?
Having finally found the legendary forge Volkundrel, the party has one more obstacle to face. Someone is already using the forge.
Who is doing that? You're scouting. We
He's
still
scouting.
haven't seen it
You
yet.
haven't seen it.
Correct.
Right?
You haven't got any of this knowledge. So yeah, they're in the depths of this ancient dwarven city that's been destroyed by doles, giant worms. They have a orc guide, one of the non-crazy orcs.
This guy.
We are particularly red tonight. Everyone inspiration for the red, for starting with red.
Hey, red for Ed.
So everyone inspiration starting right off the bat because of the coordination effort going on with the red.
I got 4 of them.
And Wolfmaster and Sippy Tango get inspiration too. You guys can give it to any player or me at any time during the
Except don't give it to him.
during the session tonight.
This giant dole.
I'm like,
oh, guess
natural
what?
20.
Once awake, it's about to bite you. They're
Natural-
like, yeah, you got the worm advantage.
I got a natural 20.
So-
I give inspiration to it.
Rofros,
That's me.
Savroth, Ayasa, and the Dwarven contingent are sitting back as Ziranax has gone forth and scouted.
And Gruss.
And Gress. Yep.
Gruss.
You would pay attention to his name because it's your new character.
It's your new character, bud.
It'd be more fun to mispronounce his name every time, like on purpose. Just let him know that I'm the boss.
And let's see,
1,000 times.
1,000 times 1,000 apologies. With Daradrel, Chom, Ricker, and Broliel. You guys are sitting in the back, and he returns from scouting with Gress. And
How'd that go?
Someone uses the forge this moment.
What?
Someone's using the forge
Someone's using the forge.
as we speak.
Well, who is it?
I don't know. For
Well-
some reason, the story made me come back. No, I'm just kidding.
They come back.
No, I came back.
did you not want to come back?
No, I
Did you
know
want
it's
to-
fine. I actually wanted to talk to somebody.
No.
No, I came back to ask Daradral if there is perhaps a word or a phrase that all dwarves friendly to dwarven culture would recognize.
Yeah, he'll give you a greeting in Dwarven. And then he says that they should come back with this response.
So are you saying these looked like dwarves?
From where Grass and I perished.
Yes, from where Gress.
From where Grass and I perished.
Gress. Gress.
Where Gus and I.
Gus and I were on the trellis.
Yeah. it
So
is.
you saw
So-
there's definitely people down there using that thing.
Yes,
And they look like dwarves.
they look like dwarves.
If I perhaps we should have a little. I looked at the dwarves and I looked back to you two.
Oh, are you speaking just to these guys, or are you speaking to everyone?
I'm kind of talking to everybody.
Oh, if you use like Daradrol is like, there's someone using the forge. They
Oh,
look like dwarves.
hold on. We have traveled far and wide and seen many things.
They came
And-
about 3/4 of the way with us.
I know.
No, they.
I'm
You
telling
guys
you.
came a long
Dwarves
way.
did.
I'm looking at the dwarves and I say, look, we've seen a lot of stuff in a lot of places that we didn't expect to find anything in. Just hold on. Let us assess the situation. It is our job to make sure that you can operate whatever is left of this forge. But there's occupants. We need the Clan Goldnath needs a council to decide what to do next about this. Just stay calm.
A council that we asked the dwarves
Good.
for help
You
with
should
the
do that.
dwarves.
Well, you
Well,
got the
They got the code.
you got the code
I'm
phrase.
just saying, be careful.
Yeah. You have anything? Are you going to go back? Is that your plan?
I plan. Okay, so I plan to go back and give the message and see the return, but I may not present myself if perhaps these dwarves are yellowed.
Like the orcs.
Who knows? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it really, but
Let's consider
that's
also.
the immediate fear that I
Saying
have.
that's your concern is like
My
they're
immediate
similar
fear
to
is
the-
this. Also, I've been scared most of this trip, so it's kind of scary.
This is. I just want to say this is the objective we've been searching for this whole time. We have traveled far. We have fought hard, and we have suffered wounds, and we have called upon forces that I don't like to admit to, like could even possibly go to gods, because we are doing our own fucking glory here, right? But do we need? Should we rest before we decide to engage in anything? Do we want to make camp? How long has it been?
Well, I need a rest. I don't know about you guys.
You guys slept before you came into this place,
I don't need
but he
shit.
got screwed over in the fight.
Did I get any healing done?
Yeah, he healed you.
I
Oh,
healed
okay.
you some.
I've used a lot of my
I think you
slots.
healed me where I'm at right now.
I just
You did, I think.
I might choose not to do so anymore.
I'm at 26. Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Like force the NPC as my new character. I'm like,
I think there is
can I
a.
have the character sheet for this new character?
I think there's actually a code out right now for D&D Beyond, which is PAX East 25, I believe, and it'll give you 25% off all purchases on D&D Beyond.
No, nice. So I'm almost out of spell slots. Like I use my channel divinity. I've used all my spell
See, I
slots.
thought we
I feel
haven't
like
had a rest
Rofrost.
yet.
You haven't had a rest while you've been down here.
Rofrost isn't going to say it because he's the undaunted, but he's feeling pretty fucking daunted right now. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, you could go back up through the servants' entrance and sleep in that where the frost axe orcs are. And
He am legend.
yeah, if you want to do that, or I mean, you could deal with it at hand.
I'm
You
just
don't,
saying we should keep.
you don't know what these people are doing to this forge.
Yeah. Well, I say we need to find out what's going on here, but let's not be like uncautious about it.
Oh, you want me to sneak up on them?
Well, I do like it when you do that. I got to say, I know we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but you were pretty good at that.
Just
It's been up on every single fucking situation we have ever been in. So, how do you feel, Xerax? What do you think?
I am very ill.
Are you?
I also
Yeah,
I've
he
heard
got
that.
he got
Yeah.
eaten by a cloaker.
Yeah, I also don't want to get. So I don't want to get caught either. I do want to see kind of see what's going on. Yeah,
I mean, we should absolutely know what's going on, but stay in your comfort zone, I guess is what I'm saying.
Alright, what's the plan then?
I've given my tactical assessment.
So do we want to backtrack a little bit, and take a rest?
Well,
If I go ahead successfully and come back successfully, they won't even know we're here. We'll have a better understanding because they do turn out being friendly. Then
Well-
we can be like closer to it, protected, that sort of thing. But something tells me they're not. So I can at least sneak up and look, and come back.
I mean, I'm worried about, like, there might be traps here you're not expecting here. I'm worried about being
Yeah.
too far away.
You getting from crawling up onto the rubble of the door, the barricade, to getting close enough where Volcundral is to see
Yeah.
who they are and what they are. You have to cross over water and magma ways. Like
Yeah.
there's channels in there that have water in it, and there's channels that have what seems to be molten lava
yeah.
in that chamber. And who knows what traps and all that. So you may want to rest. Like,
All right,
I'll,
let's rest.
if you guys want to go back upstairs, barricade down and rest,
Yeah,
I'll let you do that.
saying,
But
It's yeah.
Gress leaves if that happens
See,
Why?
because you know where to go. He's shown you the way. That's what you asked of him. He wants to get back to his tribe before they leave.
If we rest, do you want me to try to convince him to stay with us? What is your what is? Can you explain to me your exact relationship with this young old boy?
our relationship need not be specified.
Specified.
I would, for the sake of maybe, possibly the future of our homeland, I would like to explain to me your relationship with this young orc boy. What is? does he need to come with us? Do you have reasons for that we shouldn't ask about? I'm not trying to make a funny joke.
Yeah, you
here.
are.
I'm like this is like do or die here. What's the deal with the orc
Is
boy?
our tribe not served by my skill and prowess?
No, but never
it's
have
never.
we even.
Nothing. No,
we
you
have
get
never
nothing
even,
from me.
not once have we questioned your importance and significance to this role.
Perhaps
this trio of gold.
Perhaps this role is more important to people that do not have this role.
Well, please, I can't. You know how I am with knock jokes. I cannot understand your riddles. Please just tell me plainly what you need here.
Training somebody from a tribe of people that don't have anything resembling a thief.
You were taking this boy as your student.
Shadow sounds.
Yeah. That's the.
Thank you for that shout out.
That's what you're saying. Yes, I'm tutoring this boy in being a scout, in being a thief, in being sneaky. Because the orcs don't have anything like that.
Okay.
This kid's as close as they had, and he's following me. He's catching it quick. So I want to keep training him. So when we give him back, it's doing a service.
That's been pretty impressive, actually.
It's doing a service.
So
if I'm supposed to be making trade routes and things like that,
be legendary.
why not make some friends with a fucking orc tribe? Who trades with those
Who really
fuckers?
cares what these two are doing?
Yeah.
Now we have like a cave to hide in. There's a whole place. There's a huge, big old.
Well, you need to
house.
make a decision. They're going
You're
to
right.
keep talking.
No. He's right. He's right.
He asked me to describe it, so I explained it.
That's a good tactical reason. Okay. So if he needs to stay with us, he's leaving right now because we're talking about going to rest, and he's starting to walk away. So I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask. Maybe you want to say, "Hey, come back." I don't know. There he goes.
Yeah, he's going to go. So you rest, you lose Gress. You don't rest, you keep Gress. That's.
It's not like this.
What if I do try persuasion? What if we knock him unconscious?
I mean, if you want to kidnap the orc, then fine.
That would defeat
You're
the
n-
purpose.
you
Anything
don't
for
you
Clan
don't get
Goldath,
it.
like,
You
that
don't
would be the purpose.
Yeah, you don't get the orc at that point either.
My argument was I'd like to train somebody to do something that I do that has the acumen for it in a society where they don't have anything like this. The orcs might benefit from it.
So how can we do that?
However,
how can we do both?
So I'm telling you. So that's my pro for it. The con is that we might be giving future orcs thieves, which is scary. But you know,
I can tell you right now, Xernax, I don't
No.
give a shit about their thieving people.
I'm just joking, but you know.
Yeah. Now, just to recall, these orcs left the horde because they were peaceful.
Yeah.
And then, of course, because of that, they ended up.
I said I was joking anyway. But
Yeah, they ended up going crazy because they ate the dole.
They had the worm.
Yeah. So,
They ate the
I
worm.
mean, do you want your full capacity, spells, hit points, all that jazz, and not have this role playing aspect of having this orc with you, or do you that's just choose one or the other?
See if I want to role play or if I don't. I want to role play today. Wiley.
that's not the- Do you want to role play more hit points, or do you want to role play interactions with somebody that I drag with us?
Oh, you have such a good teacher's speech, though. I don't want to take that away from you. Rofras is touched. He says, well, I'm going to die for this cause, whatever the fuck we do. So I'm going to,
I'm pretty sure all of the codes for D&D Beyond are always 25% off your purchase. Some of them are only for the Legendary Bundle, though, and some of them are for anything you purchase. Like the PAX 19 one, PAX East 19, that'll be 25% off whatever you buy. If you just buy a couple things, because I just bought Volo's Guide with it.
What? Well, we'll keep going then.
So,
Are you ready?
daytime.
I think we're gonna take the rest.
Okay.
I'm going to try. Rofras is going to try his hardest to keep that boy from leaving.
You can restrain him, but then he's a prisoner.
He's literally leaving. Like, I'm teaching him better common. He's teaching me orc, teaching him how to be a thief, and he's leaving. You don't have anything to say. We've been bonding the whole time.
You really don't know me? I could just knock him out so we can save him for later.
That defeats the purpose. If he leaves, he leaves. Let him leave.
Alright, well, alright. That's your decision.
Twice.
Cackle was the better one. But,
I'm just saying, in Saffron's eyes, he's done his duty. He's showed us this thing. This is now our dilemma, not his.
He might have learned enough from Xernax to be effective.
I think there's this this subtle beauty and tragedy, the fact that you so badly want
I know.
an apprentice, and you can never like. I
I'm
can't
trying
get
so
it.
hard
I
to
can't
respect
get
that.
it.
It's funny when
I'm trying so hard to respect
Well,
that.
when I met Cackle, I didn't know that. I had no idea that Xernax needed that. And then we met Cackle. I'm like, I'm fucking stealing this thing. That's mine.
That's my goblin. Then you got angry. You got angry with her,
I did.
and you threw her at the beholder.
Not quite what happened.
Full
Pretty
rest.
similar.
You guys, Ayasa alarms the building you're in. You board it up. You get a full rest. Get all your hit points back. Get all your spell slots back. Get all your abilities back. So there you are. All you have to do is head back down and see what's up with the forge again.
Do we need to have like a goodbye between Grass and Xernax?
No, he's already gone.
He just kind of scampers off. Like as everyone kind of goes to sleep, he's like, I gotta go home.
You guys are like,
That's Rofras laughs at that.
I can just see Rofras
Even if
being
you
like-
didn't say that, he imagines you saying that.
I just,
character.
I just see you walking down the hill being like, go, shoot. Like,
By the way, you
Conquest.
do have enough erudition to get an increase. Do you want to learn Orc?
yes.
yeah.
Go. I might be able to do it from here. So Xernax.
You can do it from there?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
try it.
I ended the last session with inspiration too. Does that?
No,
Okay.
ending
Oh,
a session doesn't
okay.
carry over.
Cool.
I've gotten inspiration a bunch. I haven't spent it on anything.
You have it. You never use it. I eat it like candy. I just like
Because you got to hit. I mean, like
I got to hit.
you got to hit.
That's my one fucking job is to fucking hit something.
I just use mine on
I mean,
language. That's what
so
it's my
find your proficiencies area, your languages and proficiencies. Because it's not my internet. Blah.
light armor, languages,
Yeah,
common,
so-
common and
So at the bottom there should be like manage.
I got it
Whoa,
right
buddy.
I got it right here.
And add orc.
It's just the. It's got like this 10-foot long fucking bookmark.
All right. Did you add it, Mark? Okay. I'm wiping your erudition, and you are now back to 2. So
Hey, I speak orc.
you speak enough orc, and have heard enough orc that you can get by in conversation.
Makes sense, but not prolific.
Like you couldn't fake being an orc. Like you couldn't pretend to be one because you'd sound like an idiot or someone that doesn't know what
I
they're
can still
saying.
pretend to be one. I just don't think I can't talk.
But you know enough to communicate, and if you encounter more orcs, you will just get better at that skill.
Cool.
Like it'll eventually become complete liter. What did you drop? Was it your,
Oh, it was
is
my
it your
notebook. Yeah. I'm taking a trip because it's got this
Yeah,
gigantic
super-
bookmark.
It's the to tie around.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next day you can go back down there. I mean, you don't even know if it's the day anymore. You're
Yeah.
hoping you're on the right cycle.
Sneak
But,
it up.
No.
I can still go down and check it out.
but yeah, when you sneak back up to the barricade, it's the same scene. There's still people there. There still looks like they're trying to use it.
So I don't have to sneak ahead. If you guys want to go down there and see what's going on, there is lots of lava and water we have to get over and around.
Also, I mean,
They can at least go up to the barricade.
you've already snuck ahead a little bit, right?
No, I've stuck
No.
out to where we are now at the barricade.
Oh, okay.
So they're still doing the same thing we've seen before?
Can I tell if it's the same people or not? It's not the same people.
It is the same.
Well, it's the same like
It-
4 or 5
It
people.
looks
that are-
like the same group. Yeah,
Hmm.
their silhouettes all look the same.
they continue to forge.
That's promising. Do you ever see any patrols that go through? Or is it just
We say
people do-
gasoline. in
It's
America.
just about 4 to 5 people over at the forge itself. They seem to be moving around. Some go off
It is
into a
stinky.
dark corner, and some come back. But that's about it.
So
No, they're not patrolling. They're not coming over to the barricade to look. There seems to be one person that's not concerned about the forge and is more concerned about what's out. Like they're not up there trying to do stuff. They're just kind of milling about, but they're still pretty close to the rest of the group. It doesn't look like this is a combat contingent. It looks like it's a bunch of workers trying to work at a forge.
So, I mean, you can all see that. So.
and they're like dwarf?
They
They're
look
dwarven cells.
yeah.
The silhouettes are very dwarven.
and
Okay.
they're working the forge, and they don't look like soldiers.
okay, so at this point,
Daradral is not happy that
okay, I was just
someone else, like Ricker is like, oh, maybe another group of explorers, and they're trying to keep this to themselves. Daradrill is like,
nobody should be working this
like-
forge? Like, is he mad? What is he mad about? Let's talk to Deirdre.
Durajal is mad that someone else, like, he thinks that someone's, like, trying to steal this forge from him. He doesn't, he's like, we gotta know what clan this is, we gotta know who they are. They could be from, and I can't remember the place now, you were almost about to go up to it, it was the mining town up north that are, like, they're completely insular. Yeah, he's like, it could be guys from this and that, like, this is an Iron Master forge, this is a drone bar, this should be back in the Dwarven, like, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so
It's
so
not
this,
Bryn Shander, it's...
So this forge kind of belongs to the hegemony or whatever you.
It is old dwarf empire, like when the dwarves ruled this land with the elves before humans became prominent.
I guess I never asked. How does he feel about this place being like monster ridden and forgotten? Like, isn't that?
So
Good question.
he did tell a story that there's a story in Dwarven myth about this city that got destroyed by Doles because of jealous Dwergar. If you remember that. So Dwergar are underdark, evil, dark dwarves. And it said that they coveted this city. They coveted a city. They didn't know what city it was. It was just a myth in Dwarven history. Now you kind of know. It was Drunbar. They coveted the city. They assaulted the gates. They couldn't get through. Not a single casualty on the dwarf side. Not a single... they never got through the gates. And the Dwergar were so incensed that they
sent the dole.
That they went down and riled up a nest of doles to come destroy the city, so no one could have it. And now someone else is in this forge using it, and it's like this belongs to, Gauntlgrim has just been rediscovered. This belongs back to the Dwarven nations as a whole because they're on the back. They're coming up with our rise again. So he's pretty adamant about it.
This is very well written. Who wrote this? This is good.
I know.
Mirabar.
I wanted to share with the group.
Miners and Mirabar. That's not the
Mirabar, yeah. So it could be them. Like he's thinking it's them that they've come through somehow through their minds. And they're trying to use the forge, all this stuff. Mirabar.
At some point, Rofres would have mentioned, or I'm just going to mention now, or maybe Rofres does too, right? Because he's no fucking decorum. That one thing I've always liked looking into the dwarves for this shit. And I'm saying this in the hometown.
Draconic.
Do you remember? One old thing I remember is when we went to the Three Scholars place by that the sluice lake with the pinion, where we got the fucking Planamantium from.
This was very one.
There was one thing that the people were telling us in that town was that there's this dwarven legend that they made a weapon that pierced. They said there's all kinds of different stories, but there was a dwarven story that it was the last time that Planamantium, the whole creation of that pinion in the middle of that water is because there's this dwarven legend.
Moradin spiked the tail of a titan. This big lizard titan, and that's what the mountain range is the spine of it.
Yeah, and it may have pinned down fucking Tiamat and shit.
Sure
Inspiration the chicken and rice. Oh, how good is this? Is it?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the documentary One Likes Chicken and Rice? It's so good. You should watch it.
Good enough. Oh, Pixar didn't happen. Post it on your Twitter. We want to see. We want to see picture chicken and rice with inspiration.
It's the inspiration that's hard to photograph.
So you're looking like this forge is massive. Like it's a massive room dedicated to this. There's that huge dwarven face on the end with the big forge pit underneath it. The big plate, the striking plate with a striking hammer that's above it. It's massive. There's 2 tracks on the side with 2 big stone wheels. And then there's all these things. So you're looking in on this room and you're on rubble of what used to be this door that's been pushed and barricaded up to cover it. And you're looking out and there's, waterways and water pools and magma and all this stuff. Some of the channels are clogged or there's broken down things in them so they don't have any water or magma going through them. But you just see these figures in the back. The forge has fire in it. The forge area, the forge pit, so to speak.
It's the forge.
It is the forge, but it's like
part's called the forge.
Yeah. It is on fire. There's fire crackling out from it, and you just see these figures moving about, grabbing tools off racks, moving those big stone wheels up and down the tracks.
For all we know, there could be a whole city connected to this tiny little tip of the iceberg here. We don't know what's over there. I want to ask the dwarves, do they know what to make with this planamantium, and how fast, if they do know, how fast will it take to make it? Like, can we just like steal time to do what we need to do here?
Pretty sure it's our job to tell them what we need from it.
We
There's
need them
also
to
that
forge-
discussion of some weapons like this, some things like this, already know what they want to be, and the forge just makes that happen.
Who's the head forger?
Daradril. It's going to take, like, to get this thing stoked up, heated. It's going to be a process. This
Okay.
isn't a hey, rabbits, and they all run, and then you go in and forge a weapon and get the hell out.
We need to set up.
Yeah, you guys, and he needs to
we
learn
need to
this.
capture this area.
Just like what seems like they're doing, you need to learn how this forge works.
Yeah. Right.
He doesn't know what those stone wheels are. He doesn't know what that. How to work that hammer striker on the top.
So we need to establish a position here. We need to hold it.
Yeah, you need to.
No matter what may be out there, we have to hold this position. So,
yes.
Before I forget, one thing I want to take the gaff with a really good wood that's got this gaff.
Not your bad
The
gaff,
boat
your
hook.
good gaff.
My good gaff.
The boating hook.
Yeah, the boating hook. Thank you. I'm going to give that to the dwarves and say, like, we're going to make this happen. You're going to do your job. We're going to do our job. But in case I don't make it, I think that might be good wood to make something good with. I don't know. We're going to do it, though. I feel good things.
Can you
So
tell
let's
me
go.
something about dwarves that you do not wish to see here that I might identify them if I sneak ahead?
As well, if they're ashen of skin and red of eye, then they're evil and need to be purged from this.
Do all
From
dwarven
this
tribes?
hall.
Do all dwarven tribes against the Empire look this way?
The Drugar do, don't they?
Dwergar, yeah.
Drugar, yeah.
I could go take a look. But this is like complicated.
You'll make a stealth check if you're to go up.
Sweet Norwegian wood.
Is he
Are
scouting?
you not wanting to?
I don't know. I'm asking.
What are you asking?
Well, the dwarves are with us. Does it make more sense if I go forward and find out if these are friendly or unfriendly dwarves?
I think
Hey,
so.
might as well try to stealth up.
I don't. Well, be careful because
I mean, be stealthy.
even if they are friendly, they probably don't want us to occupy the forge for months.
Well, I also know the secret word for telling them we're friendly.
Yeah.
Also, if they're technically enemies, like they're busy working, so they would have to like
How many are down there?
stop what they're
20.
doing right
It's like
away.
4 or 5.
Oh,
4 or 5?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
We can approach them. Can we be close? Can we be
Remember, you have
close?
advantage.
No, don't do it.
No, you can't be.
Uh,
If you cross that barricade, it's good. Like you guys,
20.
if you cross the barricade, you're going to be instantly.
Should
I
be
want-
fine.
I want to use my
That's
first
probably good enough.
first level spell. I want to just be careful and
That's your first level spell.
shield of faith.
It glows.
Does it glow?
Yeah, don't do that.
Shimmering field appears and surrounds. Ooh.
Yeah, don't do that. That'll negate his
How
stealth.
about he's already made a stealth
give us-
check?
I
so
give
He's
us
already
eight.
gone. He's already gone. He's already gone.
8?
He's already gone.
Nope.
He's
He's
already
all of
gone.
us for
I
8
snuck
hours
away.
in the morning.
He's
I
already
snuck
gone.
away.
Nope, Sippy Tango's hosting us again though,
Hey,
despite what Robert's
Thank
trying to
you,
do.
Sippy Tango.
Alright.
No, don't waste your spell slots.
All right.
He's already ahead of you.
I also rolled a 20. so-
Also,
Scud Punk!
Skunk is hosting us.
Thank you.
Scud Punk.
Alright.
Say hi, Scud Punk.
Hello, Skunk.
Welcome,
Skudpunk.
Skudpunk. Also,
And AJTV.
Wow.
Hosting us.
What the hell?
Thank you for hosting us. Okay, so what'd you get?
20.
Was that with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rofrost, I command you to do nothing right now.
All right.
Absolutely, my lord.
So you hop over the barricade. You start moving up silently.
Thanks, Sippy.
Thank you so much. And you jump down into some of the channels that don't have anything in them. They're blocked off by rubble and just age. Sneak your way through. You're heading up. There's more and more light above you as you're getting closer to the forge fire.
You die. What's gonna happen?
Not that.
You're sitting there, like you're moving up. You crawl along one side. You're pretty outside, like where the main forges and there are. Like you're walking down a channel. It's on the side because it's dark. It's not in the main line, and there's nothing in it. And you kind of turn, and you're scooting along so that you can look over the edge and see what's up. And then you hear this like jugunk, 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 like right above where you're down in the channel. And someone leans over, and there's two red eyes looking down at you. Who's there?
Do they see me?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yep. They 25 to see you.
Damn, man. I should be able to pass that. That was a bad roll.
Yeah. Who's down there?
Do they look like ashen dwarves with red eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
He's got so he's in armor, and it's like got like the kind of kilt, like it's scale mail. It's kind of kilted out. He's got huge, like his beard is kind of in these big fuzzy braids, like dreadlock beard, with huge metal weights at the bottom of them. He's holding a pole axe, a bardiche, and he's got a cool ass helmet on. The Dwargar look pretty damn cool when they're all kitted up. But yeah, he's standing up there, and he's yelling down to the pit.
Did they tell me anything about these kind of guys, like what to expect? Or
Well, they
is it too late to
riled up
ask?
doles and
Yeah.
all that stuff,
All
and
right.
they're evil dwarves.
All right.
They're underdark dwarves. They're the drow of dwarves.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I know I've done this before.
Yeah,
but
basically.
to do the same thing. I want to prestidigitate sparks in his face
Oh shit.
and then run away.
Okay.
Oh man.
I know. Obviously, the wrong.
Good luck, man. I
Too
try
bad
to
we
give you a
don't have grass
blessing.
anymore for Mitch to become them.
Don't worry about casting spells real fast. Everything will be fine.
Bardouche.
Bardouche.
Well, he would have
The sparks go off, and he's like, and you start running off, and he's like,
Oh damn it! They work at a forge.
yeah.
It's like all sparks all day. Damn it!
He completely ignores them, basically.
I feel slightly insulted.
He's like, oh, hey, come on, man! It's too late. I'm already running away.
All right.
God damn it!
So you're like, you're not going to get far. Doosh, doosh,
That sounds louder.
doosh. And now something that's like 9 feet tall, as you're running down the channel, straddles the channel, and you're looking up at a 9 foot tall version of the dwarf you just saw. And he slams his bardiche down into the channel, which pretty much is like a fucking tree trunk going down into it. Da-dunk. Halt!
Oh shit.
Invisibility.
WTF indeed. You go invisible?
Fuck yeah!
I mean, you could answer him. Like he's asking questions, not swinging axes
don't
at you,
listen to
but-
that.
I know. It's
All right,
like, well, I was gonna say
invisibility.
something.
All right,
You
invisibility.
could just do this, you idiot. Oh, you did it, you idiot.
All right, invisibility. Poof.
Or just run around him.
Okay,
Too late.
invisibility. And now what?
How does this work?
So you guys looking. So like you see like the little figures moving around. You see one figure move out.
Then you see
And then
fireworks.
you see it grow, and like, and you actually can hear yelling, or it's yelling, but it's very far away to you. Like, you're not going anywhere. Halt! Echoes through the hall. So it seems like Xernex has been spotted.
It seems like Xernex does what Xernex does.
Dwarves Do the dwarves have dark vision?
You sneak into
They
this
do.
hornet's nest.
Yes.
So they could probably see this
Shake it from the inside.
clearer than
We'll get
we-
you out.
No,
if
it's
we
only
need to.
60 feet.
Um,
So
Yeah,
they're
me too.
they're using, and when there's light present, you can't really activate dark vision.
Alright, well, I guess either which way, I'd probably ask them, like, what do you think is happening down there? Like, what is that?
He enlarged himself. That's a Dwergar power.
We should be prepared to.
So, how
Extract
much
him if
trouble
we need to.
is Zernax in right now?
Mortal danger. That are evil down to the core.
That's how Xernex likes it.
He'll know. We know his signals. The copper slap if he's in real trouble.
Copper screen.
That should be.
It's like
a thing you can
Flash
do.
of copper.
Like it's like your version of like prestidigitation,
There
like
you
you
go.
cantrip.
I just replace it.
So what are you
Do you
doing?
have prestidigitation?
He does. He's been using it all the time.
That's right. Yeah, you have.
So what are you doing now?
I'm going to remain calm for the moment. And
So you're just going to
observe.
stop?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh yeah, because you went invisible.
he goes, huh. Think you're clever. And he kind of looks back, and you see that there's the blockage that's keeping this channel clear from water. And he goes back and he's like, starts hitting with the base of his bardiche, this massive bardiche, because he's 9 feet tall. So he's starting to clear the blockage, and all of a sudden, water starts filling up the channel.
Oh fuck.
What are you guys doing? So the dwarves can't just jump over this thing. I mean, there's a gimp, there's a guy, there's Chom in his big gear.
I'm like, I still don't see where Zero.
I mean, it'll just take them time to get over. Like, they'll get over, but you guys are the young, spry
We can't just pick
You-
them up?
dwarves? No.
Oh, these 9 foot tall dwarves.
No, not
No.
Give us
your
one.
The
dwarves.
dwarves that are with us.
Oh.
And no, you can't. They're not kid-sized dwarves.
No, they need
They're-
to, no, yeah, they're heavy.
They're 5 foot tall, massive
yeah, but we're
dwarves.
pretty strong.
No,
There's
you're not.
7 of them. Or no, it's like
He's
5.
pretty
He's
strong.
pretty strong.
I'm not 5
They can
dwarfs
get over.
on my
I'm
back
saying that they're
strong.
not participating if you're going to run off. If you want to engage immediately,
yeah.
the dwarves aren't going to be there.
Would you like me to test it?
Broly
Come here, gentlemen.
is the only one that can really climb over it, and he's half deaf.
Why do you want me to pick up these dwarves,
Anyway.
my lord?
What are you guys doing?
Like, we could help them get over. I don't know why that's not an option.
I think they need to stay behind, but I'm worried about
You
the
could help them get over. It's just going to take you 4 or 5 rounds to do it.
What's
You're
your,
already sitting at the top of this.
what's your plan, my lord? Do you need counsel?
If we just got told that Zernax is in mortal danger,
Yes.
We do whatever the fuck we
pretty
think
sure
we need to do about
it's
it.
time to go.
Yes?
So like we are.
You want me to run ahead or keep by your side? I will sacrifice his life for yours, my lord. I just hope you know that.
I think we're all gonna move together. Us 3.
Good. Now let's go get our friend. Can you keep up, dwarves?
All right. I mean, you could ring the ram. That's true. You could ring a ram the barricade. and
Somebody
make a
should just
hole.
bring the ram?
You could.
Nobody said that. You
He
teased.
said you could bust through.
Bust, oh yeah, bust through. We could just bust through, my lord.
And
With the
but
covetous ring, I
only
can't
one
touch
of these fighters
The sword
is
ring.
only one of them is a fighter,
Yeah.
and he's old.
I can.
It's probably a detriment to have the dwarves with you. I'm just saying.
No, I
It's
know.
like let's just go like
I can
just
keep
go as
them.
I said, because honestly, like if those are the words I heard that he might be in mortal danger, I'd be like, we need to fucking go.
Okay, so you guys
I
are
wouldn't
jumping
stop
over
thinking
and
about
going.
it.
I can't keep them safe and help Zero next at the same time.
Following Xernex isn't how you keep Xernex safe.
So,
But we've been spooked.
so you jump down and go. So you're running. She's gonna cast mage armor on herself while she's going. Anyone else doing any prep?
I
Casting.
believe some shield of
Aid.
fates will probably come.
Who's the master forge? Who's the one that works the forge? Which one is that?
Daredrill?
Daredrill, I don't think he's either.
Daredrill?
He's not with us technically now.
Yeah, but before we split part, I want to say like, hey, we can do this. So give a little pep talk, casting aid on you, me, and Daredrill.
Okay.
Because I can't. You're out of my
Oh,
reach.
yeah, you're fine.
Not a Yasa though. Like screw
Oh,
her.
fuck me. I'm sorry, not Daredol. You know what? I forgot about Yasa. Not Daredol. Yeah.
Like I just said, she cast mage armor or something.
Yeah, I know.
Like we're supposed to know who she is.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Oof.
This is why
Where did
she's
she
going to
like?
betray
Did
us.
she go back? Did she leave? No. Okay.
It's alright.
I don't know what to tell you. Is that a drink?
All right.
Oh,
So you
so
start charging.
you
You guys start charging forward.
Perfect.
Yep.
You guys start charging forward. So there's some water spilling into the channelway as he's breaking the broken down part of the channel to release some water.
How deep is this channel one more time?
It goes up to your head, so it's like
water.
6 foot.
I mean, as long as somebody doesn't cast a spell or attack at me, I remain invisible even though I'm being...
You do, but they can see where your legs are because the water's going around them.
Oh, then I want to fall into
Yeah.
the water and let it drag me for a bit.
Drag you for a bit. You'll
I'll
the
stick
water,
out.
the splashing of the water.
Damn it. All
Yeah. So you still take up space. If you look at invisibility.
No, I get what it is. I thought the channel was like deeper and more water was coming through, that sort of thing. So
I mean, it's 6 foot deep. I mean, you guys are pretty damn tall. 8 feet wide, 6 foot deep.
all right, well then I'll hop out as fast as I can. Then
Make an athletics check.
not athletics.
I feel like you should.
I'm pretty sure you're proficient in it,
Athletics, dang it.
and it's dexterity based.
I rolled a natural 1,
Oh,
but I have inspiration, so I'm gonna.
come on! Sometimes you just gotta let it
I
happen.
rolled a natural 1.
Did you?
Yes, he
no!
Oh my god!
Also, athletics is a strength check. Or is a strength?
It is a strength check. Accurate, yeah. Athletics. So you're climbing out,
It
you're
doesn't
jumping
matter
out.
because you rolled 2 ones.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay,
I wasted my inspiration on that shit.
that's
Sucks.
amazing.
Grass is gone.
Oh,
The rest is already gone.
okay. So, like the first thing of water hits you, and it's like, it's water. You underestimate it, even though you're a sailor and you should know, you should respect water.
I
It's
was
hitting
supposed to
you.
say, like, my mouth is full. Like,
Yeah.
you underestimate the water. I'm like, fuck,
I'm a sailor, but the water's hitting you, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump out because, like, obviously you can splash against my legs. You can see where I'm at now. So you go to jump out, and the next, like, he breaks another area of the thing out, so another surge of water comes out. Just as you jump up, that surge hits you and takes you down, splashing down the way, like, ah! There is a quick. No, he already spent inspiration. Only one
okay.
inspiration.
Yeah, so keep that inspiration, Wolfmaster.
So
maybe you just haven't known.
3 strides and a big ass hand grabs your leg. Gotcha. And like it picks you up. Who are you? So your entire pretty much your entire thigh is got this big 9 foot tall dwarf hand
Am I
grasping
upside
it, and it's like picking you up out of the water.
Am I upside down? Like he's
Nope. You're right side up.
like I'm straddling his hand.
No.
You're saying he's got my thigh. Like, am I sitting like this?
Yeah. So he's picking you up like an action figure. Like you're to pick an action figure up by the leg.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay. I am Xernax, the underhanded.
okay. You say that,
Yeah.
and he turns and sees these guys running at them, running at you, and you see these guys running at you.
They are my best friends.
He says something. He says something in a language I don't think any of you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it say down there? Or just says Xernax?
Yeah, so
It says Xernax the Underhanded. It used to say Xernax the Underhanded, but then I ran out of room.
Oh, so yes, I've always been underhanded.
It's Rofrost the Undaunted, Xernax the Underhanded,
Lord Sav.
This
Lord
fucking
Sabroth, and a Yasa the Lucid.
Yeah.
I
We'd
don't
actually,
have the name.
actually, we almost didn't do it because he had come up with underhanded at the same time I had come up with underhanded at the same time he'd come up with undaunted. When he announced it, he's like, I'm gonna be Real Frosty Undaunted. I'm like, damn it, I was gonna call myself Underhanded. So then he and I tried to alliterate U's for everybody, and it was just like not gonna work.
You know, when I tell people about this game, I tell them I'm Real Frosty Overhanded.
The
overhanded. Okay, so this dwarf turns to you.
Didn't he say like, where are you? Like in a language I understood earlier, or was he?
He was talking common earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. So he yells something, and he turns. He's got something in his hand, but you don't see it. And he's yelling in a language you don't understand, and he turns to face you guys. And you see that there's activity over by the forge as the rest of the dwarves are like, woo, like looking over. So you're still like 60 feet away, running towards this, jumping over channels and things like that. What do you guys like? Is there any initial actions you want to take as this big 9 foot tall dwergar
So do
with
we...
a bardiche and a
And is there an
something?
access stand?
He doesn't have zero next to his hand.
Can you project your voice?
He doesn't
Can you
have
project your
zero
voice?
No,
To,
they don't see you.
Oh,
can you project?
You're
it-
invisible.
I'm so invisible.
Okay.
Can you project
Damn
your
it.
voice to let them hear?
That's
you
the
come
actual
out of
natural
parlay?
one result that you guys don't know.
Do we hear him make this? Do we hear him make that yell
Yeah.
in a language that we can understand? Okay. And we probably can't see the other ones like turning and doing.
You do see that, like that's off to the left as you're heading towards this confrontation. You see them all, like people moving and looking over.
We should probably ask for a parlay. You can make your voice really big, can't you? I've seen you do it. What do you think? It's something like.
Okay, so as we're running, you say that like what am I supposed to do? Just make my voice move and say parlay? Like,
I don't know. You're a lord. Just tell them like, hold on. Do you want me to ask them to do that? I'll do it. I'll try to say, hey, stop it! Just hold on.
I'm not gonna wait to listen if Sam Ross says, yeah, try it or don't try it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm scared.
You're like, you want me to do it? I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. He's doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, did you do it?
He said you're already doing it. Do it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, do it.
you already saw it. You already done.
Yeah, you do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
it's got me.
I already yelled, my lord.
We don't-
I'm so
we don't
sorry.
know what the fuck's
I'm
going
actually, real fast actually, I say, oh my god, I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, on like in actual character, I was like, we don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, that's how we react.
Roll a intimidation or persuasion, whichever way you're leaning and how you're saying this.
Oh, you sound like you're being fucking intimidated.
I'm intimidating.
Intimidating?
Yeah, he's running at it.
I know, but like it's just like hold on, you know. I'm trying to be like,
It's bigger than him.
But
I
they're
think his
such
role,
big dwarves.
Trying to intimidate.
all right, that's what I mean.
See what you got.
It fits it. It's what's happening.
That's really bad.
But I'm going to use the inspiration I had and actually get my coppery die.
Use your copper die.
Come on.
Much worse.
Oh no! Alright, well they heard me, alright, so that's 7 plus, hold on.
No, you.
8, 15. Oh, 15,
He's like,
boys.
"Oh, I'm good."
Hold on, yeah.
He's like,
that's
"Mm,
character
I'm
ability
good."
right there. 15.
Oh,
What you got? Tall shorties.
man. That exclamation.
All
Leaves me
right.
with a lot of questions. The fucking
All right,
George.
Sneak, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll have. And
Uh-oh.
he's talking to you, and he just throws you at your companions. Yep.
Someone's throwing Mitch tonight.
Okay.
If only she was here to actually enjoy it.
Where'd you go?
All you need is a balloon, you'd be
Probably
fine.
on the phone. He'll be back in, but I don't know who the fuck he talks on the phone for this long.
So long
Let's
with
do
drink
that.
or drink.
Dex save.
Like all of us.
Dodge the
No, just
wall.
him.
If you can dodge a wall, you
You can
can.
dodge a ball. I mean, you're proficient in it. It should be really good. Unless everyone and
15.
everyone's rolls tonight are just
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
I felt good about 15. I'm scared
That's
for
not
you.
good for me. Like,
15's a good roll. Some E5. 5E. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you have
I'm a
what's your
rogue.
dex save?
+4.
You're proficient in dex saves. There's no fucking way.
Dexterity, like
He's got a
Dexterity
point. He's got a
save.
point.
Saving throw.
Dexterity save. Plus
That's
4.
your dexterity modifier.
Dexterity
son.
saving throw.
Oh,
It's plus 7.
So it was actually it was
18.
18. Okay. Saving throw. Saving throw. Sorry. Got angry at myself. Like I haven't taught you guys
No,
about
you,
saving throw.
you can't be mad at the student.
Saving
We're
throw.
the
You're going to
students.
D&D boot camp.
I know.
son.
God
Yeah.
damn it. 2 years. I'm like saving throw. What's that?
Yeah. Okay.
Digital character
So
sheet that says
you hit
saving
the
throw.
ground. You roll. You
Says
take
saving
no
throws.
damage and you stand up. But he has like thrown you at them.
Nice.
They're too far away, and you're too big. I mean, he's only 9 feet tall, so it's just more of like a. He just shoved you down, and you roll, and he goes running back to. He starts running back to the forge, like this big 9 foot tall dwarf, heading back towards the forge with this thing, and he's yelling out in some language that you don't understand.
So hard.
Well, shit.
Yeah, what do you? What are you doing after you hit like?
Roman's going to call out. They're going to raise us an alarm.
So you yell, and you hear him say something to his hand, and then go ah, and then run, and he starts running back to the group and yelling.
Told you.
So
Well, shit.
you still don't know that Zirdax is there.
He's invisible. We
Right.
can't see him.
You can't see any of that.
Oh.
You're just dealing with this 9 foot tall crazy dwarf.
Apparently
I said-
schizophrenic.
Okay, then what exits are here? What's around me?
There's channels with bridges over them at different intervals. Some of them have stuff in them, like water or magma. And then at the other end of this room is the forge, which is lit, and there's people in front of it. That big ass dwarf is running towards that, just striding over the channels. But you were running at him, and he was kind of off to the side, and now he's going that way.
He's invisible.
Xeranex is invisible. You don't know
Here's where I'm
that.
at. Yeah,
You still don't know where Xeranex is.
Yeah.
You came to save Xeranex. You have not seen him.
I turned to Saffron and say, he must be deeper towards the force. Shit.
What do you do after you?
The copper slab. I'm just kidding.
Please don't, kid. Like,
No, I gotta figure it out.
I don't think Rofrost is the one who's going to solve
I mean,
this
can
riddle.
I uninvisible as a free action?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Or you could message. You could,
Well, no, I'll do that first. Is I wanted to I'm gonna say
He's like, he just all of a sudden appears, rolling up from the ground about 30 feet in front of you.
and then I massage him for once. You saw where I was?
I do give it a little bit of a oh shit, it's happening.
Do I take any damage from
And
that
I-
throw?
Nope.
No.
You that was the deck saving throw.
Oh, that's
say-
right. Yeah, I'm like, haha.
You just roll, like you just tumble with
And I
it.
say, where are you?
Well, he's staying in front of you now.
Oh shit. Is that how that works?
Just I'm a little ways ahead though, right?
Yeah, you're like 30 feet away.
Yeah, there you
Oh, fuck. Was that? Did you see that happen?
go. We should continue our approach quietly.
They sound an alarm. They're on alert.
The thing coming back?
No, it's like he's just running back to the group.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that thing he threw?
Me.
I knew that.
We have
I
to
knew
inspire.
that.
That's inspiration. Fucking A.
Unless he actually didn't understand that.
No. I knew
Inspiration.
that, but then I thought, okay.
The other player says it. It's like,
Because I thought he threw. Because I knew he threw him, and then I thought he also threw. When you said, and then, so you see him throw this thing. I
He
thought
threw nothing. He just
Yeah.
put his hand like this.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're like, what was it?
I know. That's,
Me, obviously me. All right.
It's funny. All right. Well, they know we're here. We got this channel. Do we want to try these bridges? What do you think?
stop. They're not that bad. They're okay.
These guys are okay, I believe. They
Now this is you didn't fail any saving throws. You're not charmed or anything like that. You
Just
just
hearing
you
it?
just hear that in your head.
What? Is everybody
I said the
around?
bridges.
now?
Everyone, like, they're
Just
moving
move
up
the
to you,
bridges.
yeah. The big guy's going off. They seem to be scrambling to some type of defense.
Well, then I'll skinny that brain thing to Savroth,
Okay.
but I'll massage it to him.
So you massage that to him. So he massages to you
That's what I just
what
heard.
he just heard. Make an
No.
Arcana check.
Well, I don't know nothing about
Not you.
Oh.
Him.
I was like, what's the point of our Arcana check? What is happening?
6.
Okay.
Did you use your inspiration? This might be important. This is
Use my inspiration. How well has that worked out for you guys?
He's putting on his
He's
foreign
going to roll a
accents.
2.
Fine. Fuck it.
Oh, okay.
You should-
Oh, man. Whoop, whoop,
10
whoop,
plus
whoop.
12.
Welcome to our D&D session. Like the Three Stooges D&D session.
Alright, I got a 12 instead.
All right. So he
So
massages
still
you.
nothing.
He massages you what he just heard.
Oh my goodness.
I love that we
You
keep
guys
using
have
the
now
word
grouped
massage
up
as
together.
a massage.
Are you continuing your charge, or are you stopping when you get to him?
I believe we would stop when we get to Xernax because we want
Yeah,
to
the
ask
mission
like
was
what happened, what's going on.
Yeah, the mission was to
We need to
Because
skin your
Xernax had a
basic
Yeah, I'll skinny the story. Invisible water, crazy, thrown like a toy. Also awesome. So I didn't get hurt.
Then I would definitely ask you like what, like
shoot.
I probably would have asked after he initially massaged, since I could respond then, like who you think said that before we got up to him, because I don't want everyone else to hear. If
Okay. So
Was
he's
it,
Sorry,
was it a female or a male voice?
wispy, like
Okay.
neutral, very neutral.
And I have no clue.
Okay.
No, I know nothing of this voice.
All right. So then we
Stop. They're okay. They're not harming anyone.
at this point I would probably say out loud to you, I just heard that too.
Told you so.
What? They've been foraging the whole day.
There's a voice telling us that these guys are okay.
There is
The
something.
platinum one?
There is something ethereal coming from the direction of the forge.
I don't
Are you
know
being
what it is.
bewitched?
Possibly.
Both sounds very stupid to me.
We
I know
sound
they got
stupid
Lord
to you.
Savroth is one of those things that sounds.
No, I know. I was like,
you
are you
hear-
being bewitched?
You hear a commotion over by the forge. A table gets knocked over. A cart gets uprighted, and the dwarves are now taking up cover. You see some crossbows come out, and the big dwarf is standing like over top of the entire barricade with his bardiche.
Are we fighting or talking? We need to decide now. Please do not be bewitched at this time. If you are. Not that I would suggest that you would be bewitched.
Alright,
by
so
that.
say again what we just saw.
So the big dwarf got back to the forge where the rest of his compatriots are, and they have set up a barricade. They've thrown down tables and carts and bags and tools and whatever, like just crates, stuff that they had around, and they've made themselves a barricade so that they're fighting behind cover. You can see a couple of them have crossbows. They're pointing out, and the big guy is standing over the rest of the group. The 9-foot tall one with his bardiche.
Okay, so
So they've set up a little like defensible position by the forge.
let's try to talk to him then.
And Iasa's like, I can fireball.
She could fireball them.
They work near the forge.
What does that mean?
Well,
Sparks,
before-
fire,
before you
possibly
fireball,
resistant.
let's give out a
What does that
call.
mean?
Like just say, hey, we come.
Call the dwarven word.
What is that?
You're
Oh, did they not? They didn't tell them that.
well. They said it out loud, but
Okay.
what? Are you gonna try to call out to them?
Yeah.
I mean, you can make your voice boom and
I would
call out
suggest.
to them.
I would suggest that you call out that word though.
Persuasion.
Okay.
And are you calling out that word, or are you just
Or
trying
the
to?
phrase, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still doing persuasion or?
No. You're gonna call out the Dwarven word loudly with your thaumaturgy, with your.
What are you calling out?
It's calling out a
the
Dwarven
dwarf gives the
greeting.
phrase, the greeting, and then it should be returned in a certain way if they're friendly.
Well,
No,
but at the same time, we were told by the dwarves we're with that these ones are just
They're
they're
gray with
terrible
red
or
eyes.
whatever. So no, I don't want to call out that thing because what they would have told us a
Inspiration.
friendly dwarven would have done
Yeah.
would not be the dwarves that they think are pure evil or get us shaved.
Yeah.
correct. You are correct, sir.
So no, I would just call out like maybe
So-
like a hey, we like
Persuasion.
we come in peace, blah blah sort of thing. Like we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Highlight, please.
So that's a. I think that's a 19.
Cool skills. Yeah, let's see.
So I had to check my scepter because it gives me advantage on perception, not persuasion. So I was like,
All right. What do you say?
he's like, hold your fire if I can see crossbows and crap. Like, we're not here to harm you. We're here to find this forge. Basically. Fuck out.
Assemble, Lord.
We're here to find that.
In a return booming voice that you also understand is thaumaturgy. So that's the what's the cantrip?
Thaumaturgy.
That's for the priest. Which you all it's the same. Like
Yeah.
it's a thaumaturgy coming back at you. The forge is occupied.
Back at him. May we possibly discuss a mutual benefit usage or just talk about it without coming to
Yeah, right.
arms?
We're Goldath. We're tradesmen.
Broliel yells out a dwarven war cry and starts charging the position of them. So you guys are over here. Broliel has now just
guys forever to get over that fucking
except for the warrior. He's there. He hasn't heard anything you guys have said because he's deaf, and he's yelled out a dwarven war cry.
This guy.
You'll have to go get him. Like you're over here and he's over here.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Like,
I'll be right back.
sorry.
Yeah,
So you're like stop him.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm really embarrassed on the way over
Yeah.
to it.
You
Like,
see a couple like crossbow bolts like fly
yeah.
at him, and you're
That's
like,
fair. That's
okay.
fair. I get it. Yes. It's okay.
Strength check, grapple.
Alright.
So it's a 2-hit. Sorry,
It's a 2-hit.
it's a 2-hit. Like you have to.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
attacking.
yeah.
Strength.
Man, single numbers are good.
Hold on.
Use your inspiration.
Hold on.
Advantage.
lot.
Advantage. He's deafened.
Oh. That's better. That's better. Alright.
Rolled a 3 and then his advantage gave him a 4.
Hold on. I'm really strong though. Hold on.
Tonight's the night.
This is I'm attack, so I'm proficient in that. And so that's going to give me a plus, what are we, plus 2? It's going to be a plus 11 to make that a 14. Come on!
A dwarf in his
wrestling.
scale mail,
Man, he's not expecting it. He's deaf. He didn't.
but that's why you got the advantage. He doesn't lower his armor class. He gave you advantage, and you still failed.
Well, what can I do?
You miss.
I rolled advantage.
Make me a full. Just make me a charisma check, because you were saying you were like going out there like, nope, sorry, hold on,
Okay.
totally justified. Just make me a charisma check.
All right.
got
Just
plus 5.
place charisma.
Yeah,
Just no proficiency. Just straight charisma is. Okay, that's good. Plus 5. So 20.
Okay, so you're out there like trying to get this. You're Benny Hilling
I know.
this deaf dwarf as he's trying to charge this line.
You
They're
can't hear me though.
they're kind of like they're at a pause. Like the Dwargar are like, what
you
what
seeing
the
this shit?
hell are going on? So you get one more round of conversation before they react to.
I'm doing my part for Goldath.
Before you're gonna get one thing of conversation before he gets to try to grapple him again.
Whoa, what?
I'm so sorry, my lord.
Sorry, no, sorry, that's our dwarf. We're sorry. Like, So you said you want to parlay. The dwarf ran out there. They shot crossbows. He ran out, missed the first grab. That dwarf was just like, no! And you're like miss, ooh, chasing after him.
Is this the deaf one?
It is absolutely deaf.
Because Rofrost would absolutely
So-
forget which one that was.
So they haven't actually responded to my...
They have not responded, but they're like watching this this event unfold in front of them.
I'm
So you get to say something.
They're like
They're not
watching
responding, but
us
you get to say something
unfold.
like, if you want to try to reiterate, no, we really want to talk, or something to that effect.
So yeah, I would definitely boom back like. I also want to explain the situation, but it's probably not a lot of time. We want to keep the peace. We just want to figure out if there's a possibility of using this forge alongside it.
Okay. Another grapple check.
Okay, I'm just picturing. It's like a huge room, isn't it?
It's
there's
massive.
there's like an army watching all this.
There's not an army. There's like
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Four.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
a pretty funny moment in my head right
Yeah,
now. All right.
it's pretty hilarious.
Oh God, no. Okay, grapple. So that's going to be.
19.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
plus.
You take
plus 13. It's going to be plus 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
you grab a hold of Broliel, so
No, plus 13. I'm sorry, plus 9.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
it's
Okay,
still
23.
enough.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's strong for his old age, and like you're on him, and he's like still. Now, off me, laddie! We gotta take down the dark ones.
I'm not sure. Rofrost is sure. He's just like, come on, alright, old man, come on. And I'm trying to like, I'm reaching over, like slapping my tail, like, come on.
So he's slowed down Broliel from getting to the line. Do you guys want to like come out? The voice booms back and says, "Use the forge or take it."
Use it.
Use it. Are you gonna come out or start heading forward from where you're at to like meet up with Broliel and him, or are you gonna stay back?
Probably move forward slowly though, like
Okay.
a nice like slow walking pace.
You
like,
doing anything tricky or interesting?
Um,
I'm not saying that you should be.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just asking if
I'm just
I
not
just
re-
don't want to skip you.
I'll just hop down and not reveal myself. I'll stay kind of.
So you're gonna jump back in the channels
Yeah,
and
just-
kind of
I'll be nearby, but I don't need to make
stealth check.
presence for myself.
got this.
Sure do.
19.
So you start doing that, and as you start walking up, and you're slowing him down, and like the big guys up there, you hear the rest of the dwarves way behind you. You know, he's clacking up there. They got the yaks over. Chom and Ricker are like moving up. But it's pretty much like the Dwergar around the forge. Rofrost and Brolial, like, and then you guys, and then the rest of the Dwarven contingent. And then this thing comes out of the side.
No.
Hear this, and this thing kind of floats up and over. And this thing moves up. I don't know if the thing's right.
Octopizza?
So it's not blue and yellowish like this. It's kind of a purplish and pink.
Is that like a baby beholden?
No,
What
it
the fuck is that?
and then then in all of your heads, you hear,
Stop it.
"It's just a misunderstanding. A resolution can be reached."
You only
Yeah.
hear that?
No, all of you
Okay, it's like
in your heads. As this thing kind of comes up, and like Brolial looks over and goes, "Ah! Ah!"
I'm just kind of busy. I don't know what to do about that shit.
No.
Hold Broly back.
Okay. So, yeah, you're gonna have to kind of, as the four factions, the Dragonborn, the Dwergar, the Dwarves, and whatever the hell that thing is, come to this barricade, like the Dwergar are like set up to fight. You're gonna have to like mediate in this. The Dwarves obviously know what they want to do. The Dwergar know what they want to do. Who the fuck knows what this thing wants to do? So how are you approaching this situation?
Sucks.
You don't
We-
usually just
we-
walk to the forge.
We've never seen anything like this.
Nope.
Look at any of these fuckers.
The Dwergar seem to be
There's some real craziness
completely
about that.
ignoring this thing. Like, they're not even. They're like, you saw Broly, all was like, ah, what the hell? The Dwergar don't even like. They're just staring at you. They don't care that this thing is floating there.
I don't think this thing is good, but
Nothing's good.
I would like the chance to talk. There's a lot of unknowns here. Just saying. I'll still die for you, my lord. I'm just
With
saying.
the pancake
So
people.
you should leash your dog. Talking about Broly, all
I'm working on it.
wait, who said that?
the big one.
Okay. Okay.
Here's a dog, though.
He's enlarged though, right? He's not like really
You
big.
better not hope I let him go.
Him and all of his gear are enlarged.
He's
say
only
that.
like 9 feet.
He's like 9, 10 feet tall, dwarf. You know,
So he's like our size now almost.
he's, like you guys are like 7-ish, so you know he's a couple feet above you. Unless he was able to like you know, he's, I mean it's his proportions. He's
Yeah.
like a miniature giant.
Well, he better know.
Okay, so-
He don't want me to let this dwarf go.
So Rufus said he's trying.
Yeah, he's got Broly all stopped. The dwarves are coming behind you. Daradral is incensed. Ricker is just he's a coward,
I
and
want-
Chama's dumb.
I
So-
want to announce or voice back to the Dwergar. What the fuck is this thing? Like, what is this?
So you see this.
No, go on. I'll be listening.
What is this odd entity?
We'll wait for him back. We'll take a quick break
Yeah, let's take a
because I
break.
need to go to the bathroom. I was like, "What is this thing?" Hey, no, hold on, everybody. I know that this is really tense right now, and there's a lot of tempers are raising. But what the fuck is that?
Pretty much.
What are those? What are those? We'll be right back, everybody. Break message on.
After these messages.
We'll be right back. Oh.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. You might know, have an inkling of what that is.
I think I might know.
Player knowledge, but I have literally no idea.
Like, I think I've seen that picture before. I know I've seen that picture before, but. Looks like a goddamn Pokemon. I'm Sunflower. Some shit like that. Sunflower. That's what I call that Pokemon. What about you, man? You ever catch them? Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm ready to rock.
I bought new pencils, by the way. A box full of pencils.
Is that what these are?
Wes is asking you two a question.
What? Wes is? What you got, Wes? Yes, I do. Well, he doesn't. I do. 3-4 days a week, I still do Destiny 2.
I haven't been on it.
I just did all the Revelry stuff. I got my Arbalist. I got a full set of armor for my Warlock. On reset day, I did the Flashpoint and the Dreaming City. Yeah, anything you need to do, I know how to knock it all out. The Arbalist, there's a couple, you need to get 7 triumphs or 7 achievements done, and I know exactly which ones to knock out. I knocked it out with my buddy from Vegas in one night.
Is this something you can do in 650, or is it like you have to like follow the whole branch for it?
You bought the season pass, so you have it. Yeah,
I have the thing, but like, can I just jump in as where I left off?
They actually have the Drifter now has
'Cause the three of us can
5.
do it.
He has 5 pieces of. He has 5 achievements or bounties. There's 5 bounties that will give you 640 gear to jump you straight up into the new in-game stuff.
Oh.
So like you can do those, but it doesn't even matter with that. Like the Arbalist quest.
Like, I don't need credit, but I could do it with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you need help with any of the Revelry event stuff, I can knock that out with you. It's easy.
I'll eventually be back.
You'll eventually be back. I need to get my
never
thorn.
played.
I need to get my thorn and other shirt.
What?
You just said, I didn't know you played.
Yeah. It was a big joke. Ah, fool you. I win again.
Serious or
Yeah. That's kind of a thing.
You played with them,
Yeah, I know. I remember.
do you?
No idea.
Do you?
I just haven't had internet in like a month.
This is good. This is good streaming right here.
Quality.
Quality streaming. Yeah, we're doing great. Oh man, what are we doing with this forge though?
I don't know. You're not doing anything with the forge.
Yeah.
All right. So the scene. The forge is within view. There's a barricade right in front
We'll
of
be
it.
right back.
Well. Ding.
Get out of here.
There's a barricade right in front of it. Dwargar, 9-foot tall one. Behind you, your contingent of dwarves. You're standing between them and the Dwargar, and you've pointed out this crazy-looking entity that's been talking in your heads. And the Dwargar look over, and the not enlarged one, the other one that's been speaking with the booming voice, but she's not using the booming voice at the moment. Says, "Oh, that's a flump. It's been following us for a year now."
A flump?
A flump.
Flop.
What's a flump?
You just saw a picture of it.
Yeah.
It's a flying spaghetti monster, but more refined.
Totally harmless. Completely useless. Don't worry about it.
About to kill it,
I mean, it's talking in our brains and like that.
right?
Only I should be able to talk into people's brains.
Only I massage those brains.
What if
What's a flump do?
we don't know?
You're pretty much looking at it. Just floats that and tries to make everyone be happy and nice to each other.
These dwarves are
Alright,
racist though.
well, cool then. So, can we discuss terms of using this forge without coming to arms?
Daradril answers,
Of course.
"Absolutely not! We have to get these Dwargar out of
I
here!"
want to cut him off and say, "Shut up! The Lord is speaking."
Ooh,
Just want to throw that out there.
it's a weird way to treat our dwarven guides.
This is important.
With the Forge Master Dwarf that you've been like putting up on a pedestal.
Yeah. Good.
He
I hope knows I
still
respect
says
him.
what he says.
Really? Doesn't let me.
He just yells over you.
Let me. Over me, or can I over him?
I mean, you're overing together. They just yelled at each other or over each other.
This just seems kind of productive. The question posed by Saproth.
Wait, so Daredevil yelled what he said, and
Yeah.
then he tried
And he tried to
yell
cut
over
him off, and he yelled over it. So there's a yelling match on your side.
It's good to be the good guys.
Alright, I would use my thaumaturgy to boost my voice and be like, everybody calm down. Like,
Well, the flute doesn't need to calm down. It's being very
well,
calm.
that's fine. But the people that need to calm down will hear me.
Okay. You have been told to calm down
I calmed down.
by your lord.
I mean,
The dwarves seem, and the Dwargar seem still Dwargar.
what about the guy I'm holding? Is he like? Is he?
Let me go. He's doing the.
I mean, I want to calm down.
He's doing that.
But like,
He's doing that,
back, bro.
Right. He's doing the hold you back.
oh, is he?
like,
Okay.
like the.
Okay,
like,
Don't let go of me, but you know.
yeah. Don't
like,
let
I want to
go.
be calm, but I can only be as calm as this guy.
Yeah. It's like he's not super fighting you.
Yeah. Right.
But you do realize if you let him go, he will go after these guys.
I try to pat him on the back or something, you know, like.
Alright, so at this point I'm gonna call out to the Dwagar, like, look, we're trying to be peaceful. We do have, obviously, like, are they just called regular dwarves? Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Mountain dwarves, dwarves, Iron Master dwarves.
We have
they come
dwarves
from
with
Iron
you that say you're complete evil, but we don't know you. We're not trying to come to arms. I know. I'm trying to be peaceful. Fuck.
Daredrol again answers.
Of course he does.
You try to parlay with them? Nah. They destroyed the city. They killed everyone in it. They brought up the doles. And at that point, the person on the other side.
I knew it. Oh God, we could be listening for thousands of years of old dwarven grudges.
We called up the door of the doles. That's rich. You cowards.
Oh my God, this could, like your great grandfather originally called up the Doles. Like, oh man, what do we do, my lord? Should we just cut them all down?
This is irritating. Let's kill the flump.
No, don't kill the flump. Don't kill the flump. I'm not.
Just, I don't know where.
Yeah, like, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, fuck, let's attack that.
It's telling.
Well,
Well,
we technically don't know that this
if
thing
it's-
is nice.
if it's so smart, then I
I'm
just have to
scared
deal
of
with
this
this
thing,
shit.
honestly. I don't
I'll-
like it.
Maybe I'll
Ask
protect you
also
from
what she
this.
thinks of the flump.
It looks like a bitch.
But who?
I asked her.
Yeah, so what do you
Flump?
think of the flump?
I kind of want it as a pet. Can I keep it?
Thank you, Yasser. I'm so glad we seek your counsel. Listen,
Hey. He almost had a cackle or a gress. Can I have a flump?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't see why not.
My name
I like
is
it.
Smoodle.
This
you
feels,
just get that
is
fireball.
it saying
ready.
that?
Yeah.
this feels unfair.
Hello, Smoodle.
No, this thing's talking to our brains.
Is it still talking to our brains?
Mhm.
Oh, so I didn't hear that out loud. I heard it.
You heard it in your head. My name is Smoodle.
We all do.
Yep.
Oh,
These Dwargar are trying to reforge a weapon and retake the city that they lost.
Is it this city?
No, it's in the Underdark.
When do they lose this city? I say out loud.
Deirdre.
What'd you say?
Oh, Deirdre. Do these dwarves come from the Underdark?
Of course they come from the Underdark. They're Dwargar.
The pizza says they wish only to reclaim their former homes.
That's correct. We only wish to reclaim our former home. The one that they left us to.
So, like,
Dwargar starts yelling at her. She starts yelling back at him.
Is this a business deal gone wrong?
yeah, something's. I
Can we
feel like
find-
there's an.
Can we find a solution to this bullshit?
So, I'm
Yeah.
asking, was Deirdre. Does Deirdre say that, oh, the one they
We're
left us
trying.
to mean that, like.
No, the girl, the Dwargar said the one
Oh, the Underdark is what they left them.
they left the city they left us to. You want to inquire about what's
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
want to try to figure out what's going on because
Right.
these guys are
Please.
doing it.
well?
I mean,
The woman
we're
like
talking to the donuts.
she like climbs up on the barricade. She is wearing. She looks like a cleric. She's the one making her voice boom.
Clearly doing
She has this, like, on the center of her chest piece is a shield with a broken arrow on it.
She's dwarven.
She's Dwergar.
Dwargar. She has a beard.
No. And she calls out, like, after, like, Darajol's like, you set the dolls on us. She's like, that's rich, this and that. No. You were fine to take our adamantium when we were mining it up. Forge weapons.
Pladamantium?
No, adamantium. Regular old adamantium, not
We're
pladamantium.
the ones that have the name for
He goes,
Pladamantium.
but when the
Copyright.
dolls came and destroyed our home, and our refugees seek shelter with you, you locked the doors on us. Wouldn't even let us in. You attacked us at your own gates. It serves you right that the dolls came and found you.
That was
That was the woman, the Dwergar. So the dwarf story is...
I was like, wow, here comes the dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarf story is Dole's, like, the Dwergar wanted the city and sicked the Doles on them. What you just heard from the Dwergar is they got attacked by the Doles, seek refuge with their trade partner. Apparently they gave adamantium to these dwarves up in Drunbar, and they wouldn't allow them in, and the Doles followed the Dwergar up and destroyed the city.
But we don't know what the hell. I mean,
Hundreds of, or tens of thousands of years in the past. Or thousands of years in the past.
we have grudges
Could be,
too,
who
don't we?
knows? Right.
Like, we wouldn't want the Unther going in. The Unther started going on. And all
Drumming
like,
their
well,
Uthin and stuff.
yeah.
But the...
But you Dragonborn do this bullshit. I will say in Draconic, for the sake of peace, my lord, they seem to know how to work the Force quite often. They seem to know how it works. It is a possibility that we can find a peaceful solution by dismissing the dwarves we have and exchange for that help, so long as we can promise the safety of the dwarves we escorted here.
The dwarves we brought will never give the forge up.
I'll say
Dismissing them will only
I
insult
just do
them.
not wish this to come to a slaughter.
You're going to have to bridge
Dismissing-
this gap.
Dismissing the dwarves.
He also says-
What's she say?
You're going to have to bridge this gap.
So Rofrost is suggesting
I'm saying it's a possibility. Consider it. I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
He's saying send
basically just,
Iron Master dwarves away, use the Dwergar. And I think he was saying send the Dwergar away, use the Iron Master.
No, I was saying there's no way that the
They're-
dwarves we brought are going to give
So
us
you'll fight,
away.
fight
like
and kill
We might
them
end up
off or
fighting
run them
both.
off, right? Or like stay sided with the dwarves you're with. You have to push the Dwergar off, or you try to send the dwarves you're with away. They probably won't put up a fight. They're except for Brolial maybe. Or you can try to convince them to work together.
But right now, the most important thing is that we do. To be honest, my lord, I didn't exactly believe this place existed, but here it is, and I'm whatever you need me to be, my lord.
I think if we are to broker peace, it should be an assistance and aid focused peace. Tell them we will help them forge their weapon if they help us forge ours.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, but we still have to get both dwarf factions to work together.
Now, also a couple other points I'll point out because you're a merchant prince. Apparently, the Dwergar mined adamantium and gave it to this place to forge. That's kind of the transaction you heard from her. You also know that Iron Master is obsessed with adamantium. That's why they don't let anyone in their place, and they get adamantium. Darajol had mentioned that in Bryn Shander when you first met him. So if these Dwergar are wanting to reclaim their home where adamantium is, that might be also a bargaining point.
I don't know, as much as I'd love to try to negotiate a peace, I kind of feel like we have to choose one side or the other.
Make a
Difficult to deal with
an
dwarves.
intelligence check.
Just straight up intelligence.
Straight up intelligence.
That's not great, especially the way we've all been rolling tonight.
That's pretty good.
That's not the worst. 15.
This forge is massive. Like, it's not on a small scale. This isn't a one guy with a hammer type thing. 5 people, 9 people might, like,
Sure. Grip.
this thing probably took a legion of dwarves to operate.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could probably do it with 5 plus your 4 helping.
Giggity.
But if you had both sections of dwarves,
What?
both knowing how to
We
forge,
could do it with help.
that would be ideal.
This is Xeranax's plan. Who only talks in the third person from this point on forth.
This point on forth.
On forth is a real thing.
So what was that plan again?
We tell them we'll help them make their weapon if they help us make ours. The forge is more efficient with 2 teams.
Okay.
Yeah, if they,
But we'll have to make
If
them
you-
work together.
Perhaps
Smoodle will even tell you that once they forge their weapon,
Smoodle.
yeah, once they forge their weapon, they'll leave
I don't know if we can trust Smoodle.
because
Noodles super
but that
greetings
means-
of a day.
that's kind of a win-win-win. If
Check that up. Check that name up. I mean, all names.
the
are-
dwarves get their forge, they get their weapon, you get your weapon, maybe.
So I guess I would propose that out loud, like, hey, look, like we can all just, what's the word? Ignore our differences for now.
Set aside our differences.
This is a huge forge. You guys probably need help making your weapon. We're probably gonna need help making ours. We can work together, get each of our goals done, and then go our separate ways.
Listen to Dayton Luther King Jr. over here. He's doing
Persuasion with advantage.
Okay, Jay.
it. No, that's racist.
Ouch.
What do you say?
Persuasion with advantage.
You don't use the copper dice? They're not bad luck or anything.
But
Fuck you, you're 16s.
what do you say? My 16 is
Yeah, 8. God damn it.
good because that's 22.
All right. There's some grumbling. There's some yelling back and forth, which you have to quell. More and more of the history of the two come out, of what Daradral knows of the city and what this woman knows of the city.
Has anybody asked her name yet? At some point?
You can absolutely ask her name. Her name is Dronga Darkcrown. The last Thuldor.
The last Thor. They say that?
Yeah. The big guy says that. She's the last Thuldor of Chaosium.
Oh wow, I did not fill out last session very well.
That's
So-
Thuldor of what?
You and I were like
Chaosium.
having a battle. You were drawing the worm, I was drawing the background.
Yeah.
Good picture of it. That thing is great.
Chaosiolme. Chaosium.
And that's what?
So she is Dronga Darkcrown,
Darkcrown, the
last
last
Thuldor, Thuldor, of Chaosium.
Oh, Chaosium.
Chasiuholme.
That's a fucking weird.
Right. Their priests are their leaders. Their priests are their politicians. Their rulers. So,
What's up? We should take part in that society.
You're already our leader and our priest.
I know.
We're already doing like.
so that's Dronga.
We should be
There's-
more like this. We're pretty much like that.
Well, we
There's a
are
couple
as
others.
group, but not back home.
The big guy is Mangal Coalheart. Then there's 3 others besides them. So, what comes out is that a mind flayer named Cusk attacked their city utilizing doles.
In what? Flare?
Mind flayer.
I asked Buddy here if he's heard it, and then I remember he's dead.
What?
Oh, right.
Mind flayers suck your brains right out your skull.
A really good idea, but I don't know how to implement it.
Cusk sent the doles to take Cassian and now uses it as his lair. And they're here to forge a weapon of their champion to try to take back their home, kill the mind flayer and take back their home. The weapon is Darkhewn, legendary axe. So you, yes, what?
You go ahead.
You know, if you have something you want to delve into the storyline.
I have a really good way to make these guys work together, I think, but I want you
I'm
to.
scared.
It's not bad, actually. I think I got it.
I have an idea too.
No.
But
What?
I'm just kidding.
so you talk them down. Everyone needs to use the forge, this and that, and kind of at the end of it, Dronga's like, it doesn't matter anyway. There's no fighter we can produce that can reignite the forge. It's just not hot enough.
Is it a fire or fighter?
Fire.
There's no fire.
We've
God,
tried.
I started thinking of like all the weird magical knickknacks we started getting.
Perhaps dragon fire.
Oh yeah.
Or the thing you were given.
Or that thing that we got.
That thing that you have it.
I don't have
No,
it.
he doesn't.
has the back. I have nothing. I mean, underhand.
Wait, no, I
You can't
remember
trust me with anything.
there's something encased in something that we got.
Encased in elemental ice.
Yeah.
It's the tier of the Titan.
We were meant to use this gear.
Right. The tier of the Titan, that the flame Titan that's supposed to reignite the forge.
Remember that?
Yeah,
This movie's really long, guys.
it is super long.
This campaign has gone on
Nobody
for
remembers anything
ages.
except for big fluffy potatoes,
No.
because those things are delicious. Big fluffy potatoes.
You guys remember the end food?
There were 3 scholars.
It was so long. This
Blue ski,
campaign.
that
like,
fucking
It was
blue ski guy on the boat.
after Castle Never.
yeah, I know.
It's
we
been-
must be
it's been-
30 sessions in.
Well, it's not 30 sessions from that. You had like 3 on the
They're
ocean, 3
they're on
in
the
here.
4th page. These are the Einstein brothers.
Remember, we
Einstein.
So
well, I remembered it, didn't I? I said this is this thing that's encased in something, and then it hits me. And I say,
How's happening?
you guys do remember that you have a tier of the Titan of Flame that fuels Gauntlgrim's forges.
Yep.
Ooh, this goes really well.
We clearly would have remembered that.
Yes,
You know,
you clearly would have.
Yeah,
Actually, well,
I'll
that's
say,
it.
like, hey, don't we have that thing?
You clearly remember that, yeah.
Yeah, Rofrost, I'll say just exactly what I remember. Don't we have something in case that's really good for that sort of thing?
It's Lockbeard and
Yeah.
I have some
Beard
persuasion.
And
I
Ravnica.
got some persuasion ready for using that tier.
all right.
Well, you hear me say that stupid shit. So you follow that up
So
with.
perfect. So then I give my little speech.
Which is
I hear only. I hear that all dwarven craftsmanship is legendary. Perhaps a wager. We use the tier of the Titan of Flame. We work together to create both weapons and then witness the strength of both to determine which forge is stronger.
which
We will aid which style is stronger. We will aid your forge, you aid our forge with the respect a forge deserves and create 2 weapons unlike anything that's ever been seen.
A contest in honor of the
A
forge.
contest in honor of the forge. Okay, but what? Forge is gonna come on.
That was good.
Turn the
man.
forge on. No?
I mean, I'm just thinking how much I want to.
How much
Like
wanna
you
absolutely.
you threw that out
pound you
there.
guys.
Like how much I want to screw with you guys.
I say we
How bad was
technically had the bargaining chip in the sense that we had the only thing to light the forge,
And then I made a comment.
and you were just
And
like,
then you made it.
you're just
equal.
like, hey, we have it. So let's both do this, and then let's have a contest, and whoever's weapon wins gets
you know
to
those
walk
dwarves-
away
the
with it, and
No,
the other
the-
person is.
well,
I
he
was
did
vague
give
with the
proof.
answer. I was vague with
He
the
did.
answer. But I think that the dwarves would respect the contest rules and give their all for both weapons.
And you made proof that, like, you're claiming that you can like make this happen. You're like I'm offering, like, I'm giving the ability. For
I
this.
will light the forge
Yeah.
if you agree to this contest.
So Dronga says, "All right, what are the stakes then?"
I don't know.
I didn't think about that.
Fuck off! This is your idea.
Ah, that's all right.
No,
I need some water.
I got you. Water.
If our weapon is
Water.
stronger,
Sorry.
if our weapon is stronger, then you pledge your weapon to come help us retake our city. And if your weapon is stronger, then we'll help you take. We will pledge our weapon in service to your quest.
The question is of the strength test. In what way do we test the weapons? How do we determine which weapon is stronger?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
What do we hit? We can probably hit something.
Yeah.
Holy.
The big guy,
Smash.
Manghole, is like blow for blow against each other. Whoever is
he
left
enlarged?
standing.
Is he enlarged?
He's enlarged, yeah. And he's pointing at him because he
Yeah.
seems to be the biggest. Like blow for blow. Whoever's left standing.
I come back from the water skin that I gave to. Oh,
Yeah, you're still
Whoa.
holding Broliel.
oh yeah, that's right. Hold on, roll. Who me? Ah! I said.
This may be the best course of action.
Or-
I have seen him. I have seen
Or
him.
don't get him contest with Dwarga.
I have seen him take worse. So, the means for the test of strength is that the enlarged dwarf blow for blows the forged weapons. So we're making Zunshir.
He strikes you.
Oh,
he
I
strikes you with
see.
his weapon. You strike him with him. with
Wait,
his
why are you
weapon.
first? I say.
Or whichever. At the same time,
Whatever
doesn't
it is,
matter.
you fight Zunshir
And whoever is
against-
still standing,
A trial by combat. I like it, my lord.
one strike.
What? Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine.
I told you this is perfect. We can lose Rofrost and go find Gress. It'll be great.
And
Turns out he
if
is new character.
if they win,
be sick.
you have to go down to Chaosiolm and fight the Mind Flayer with them. If
When did that come up?
that's what you wanted
You guys
stakes.
said that?
And if you
Gone for a
win,
long
they will
Lots of stuff,
they will
yeah.
fight your enemies with you.
I heard he's very icky. You could probably use with a good smack across the neck.
Yeah.
They'll fight your enemies with you with their weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Here we go.
You're the boss.
You don't have to
This is
agree
the-
to this,
I'm not your chief advisor.
but
I'm
a
just-
challenge has been made. The dwarves are like, puffed up about this whole thing, but you guys are merchant clan. You don't have to agree to these terms. You don't have to go along with this.
Fuck it, let's do it.
All right. Okay, so that'll
Oh, shit.
do it. If you
Yeah.
wanna,
So we're shaking hands. They're going to help us forge Zunshir.
they're gonna help you forge your weapon,
We're gonna help them forge.
and you're gonna help them
Dark
forge
Hewn.
their Darkhewn, and then you're going to each strike each other.
In our divorce, we're okay with this?
Yeah.
You're okay. It's too late. It's too late now. Yeah,
I know, I
we've
love-
agreed to this.
And if they,
Yeah, I love it, but Rofaz is an idiot.
all right.
I actually suggested this myself, not this, but
Oh my God! Is anyone still watching? Is anyone witness to this craziness?
this is not crazy. They're going to help us make the strongest Zunshir we've ever seen. No one uses enemy hands to
All right.
forge a god weapon.
So they start like the
I
dwarves.
find my faith. Xernex suddenly finds his faith. He
again.
believes in Bahamut.
I believe too. That's why I'm doing
No,
this.
just right now. Like he's got it. He understands what it means to be clan.
This happens every time he's drunk.
No, it's great.
No, do you remember when
Yasa?
Do you remember
Yasa,
when-
Yasa, stop. Yasa, stop.
he is with
This
a couple priests,
This is good.
and he gets healed for the first time, and he's like, "I found God!" Like,
Yeah.
no,
You know
God
what?
exists.
Sometimes you don't
No,
notice the
makes sense.
blessing the first time
Wasn't that
around.
Isarok?
Yes, that was Isarok, and like,
I found God, and now you just feel good.
People,
I just feel good.
find
just feel good.
People find
Alright.
where they need to go on their own pace.
but now
terms.
we're in narrative. So the dwarves go about their business, and they start figuring out this forge, and the forge is huge and crazy. Those big stone wheels, so they look like caveman stone wheels, big round stone wheels set in tracks on either side of the forge plate, like the anvil plate.
Yeah.
So they have a hole in the middle of them, and that hole is divoted. Like it's not just a straight hole through; it's cupped, like it's like this. So the tools that you see on these walls, they have a ball bearing kind of break in the middle of them. So if it's a tong or whatever, it goes up, meets at a ball joint, and then bends like at a 45-degree angle the other way. And they take these tools, put them through the wheels, so that ball bearing gets into that center ring, and they can roll the wheel up and down and use the tongs to grab things off of the anvil plate. So they start.
It's an assembly line.
Oh, it's not an assembly line. It's a single forge. It's to manipulate one piece of metal on this massive anvil. Because this anvil is like 12 feet long
So what about
by
the striker then?
4 feet. The hammer in the air, the sky is standing over top of it. They have a plate that they can push, but it doesn't do anything. They click it, it goes. And they say that there's not enough heat. The heat provides steam from these water channels, which go into a thing, which makes this hammer striking thing work. But they can't get the forge hot enough to make it work, and that's been their biggest problem. And the thing rolls down, and you can put the metal into the super hot forge if you can ever get it super hot. Temper it up, move and slide it down with those wheels onto the anvil striking plate. Then you hit this big. Or one person hits the plate and that thing comes down. And I don't know if you've ever seen the big Russian where they're making ball bearings for battleships and things like that. It's kind of like that kind of a hammer coming down, but they can't get any of it to work because they can't get the forge hot enough.
So after we get the forge hot enough, we have to discuss who goes first. Do they make their weapon first, or do we make our weapon?
Frost is just doing a montage right now, just getting ready for the moment.
Okay.
You guys, good luck on your negotiations. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like Asa can make the forge hot enough.
No, you have the.
We have the fucking tier. Damn it.
No, nothing in this room besides that tier can make that forge hot enough. That was specifically given.
Iasa's the only person who can make the forge hot enough because she has the tier.
Yeah, no. So they're ready to go, and if you hand over that piece of metal, they're ready to hammer away at it.
Who goes first?
Sorry, there's been a lot of weird off-topic discussion. They're okay with making your weapon first.
I say
It's not an issue.
I would think either which way because we have the tier to even light the forge.
Right. Once it's lit, you guys can leave and they can make their weapon on their own. So
But aren't they
you're kind of
help us
you
make our
want to
weapon,
go
or not
for
gonna help us make our weapon?
you want them to make it first. You should.
No, are they going to help us make our weapon?
Yeah.
And then we just walk away?
Well, it doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter if you do or not.
It doesn't matter if we does or not. Sorry.
I mean, if you want to be the underhand and lie and
I got you.
leave, but they don't think you are because you're goody two shoes, Dragonborn,
I know.
and they're Dwargar. But yeah, they're gonna make your weapon first.
I want to see Sunshape bad now.
Okay.
Let's see it.
You want to see what?
You ready?
Sunshape.
Oh yeah.
Pull out that tier.
Yep.
Throw it in there.
Yes.
So you take
yes.
it and you toss it up into that. There's that big dwarf face carved in the wall, which is kind of blowing out onto the forge area, and you throw it right into its mouth, and this wave of heat comes out of this that almost knocks you guys all out on your asses. The rocks that are in this forge, like the stones that are down there, like turn instantly white almost after this blast comes out from this tier. This, all of a sudden, like there's a big kind of capture plate at the top. The waterways start bubbling and moving up and down. You can hear things clanking and turning inside the walls and underneath the floors as like the steam and the heat start activating all of the mechanisms that are in this forge and around this forge. You take out that piece of platimantium, and Daradral takes it first, and like Dronga just like is looking at it like, what? Where did this thing come from?
We never showed them.
Yeah.
It's like
We showed.
It's
I feel like we
this
showed
big,
everybody we've ever
Yeah.
come across, except the guys that need to do something with it.
You take it and you place it down onto the plate, and the people running the wheels take the tongs and pick it up and roll it down into the fire. And the moment it hits that fire, it just becomes white hot, like blinding, like shedding off its own light. As you temper it, and then they pull it back out onto the plate. Mancol is over at the push plate as they move it in position, and you can see Dronga on one side and Daradral on the other as they're reaching in with their tongs to maneuver the thing as well.
they know what we want them to make, right? It makes itself as they hit it. Okay.
So
I gave him a stick.
they call out.
Guidance.
They call out, and that thing comes down, and it's like a peal of thunder mixed with a church bell rings out through. A flash of platinum electricity kind of like sparks into the air, and it goes, and you just see that thing flatten a little bit on each side, and then they turn it, and the big hammer striker, 12 foot by 4 foot, another ring of thunderous bell ringing comes out, another strike of platinum light, and all of a sudden it just becomes a tempo.
I'm just gonna watch.
And it goes down, down, down. It starts to like splay out, down, 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 going back and forth. Some flares kind of start coming off of it, like, and it's almost too hard to look at this point. And that's when Dronga reaches back and says, "The haft! Where's the haft of this weapon?"
I gave it to the old man. Well, is that the heft?
Do you? I mean, he's not carrying it. He's working the forge. It's on the ground somewhere.
No, shit. Well, then I'll bring it.
If you're talking about, you grab
I
the
forgot.
bow.
Yeah, he would be working the forge, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So he's scalpel. Like, yeah.
she says,
Oh,
"You don't
yeah,
have the
yeah.
half," and you give her the boat hook.
Yeah.
She like looks at it, just reaches up and barehanded pops that rivet in the boat hook at the end and just pulls that thing right off. And then as the last hammer strike comes down, she slams the haft into slams into the glowing end of this. It's, like I said, too bright to look at. Shink! One more strike comes down. And she
Picks that
pulls that
right
back, and the pool that has been forming in the well behind her from the channels of water, she like just takes it over and splashes it down into that, and it just sparks platinum
Like, we have to place
electricity
that
up.
somewhere else. Like, I almost want to say something, but then she just does it. Like, oh.
No, you have to quench it in a completely different
Yeah,
way.
that's what I'm saying.
But-
Yeah, yeah.
You actually also
Carry
have to
around
quench it
red
from
hot
this.
the whole time. We're like,
I mean, is it? I honestly did think that, actually. Is that? I guess that's.
And there it is. This is a lance with the haft coming out from that way.
Holy
It's
shit.
showing up on the screen right here. Doop, doop, doop.
Look at that thing.
This is artwork by Win M, by the way, on DeviantArt from his awesome game Anima. If you ever need magical weapons, just look up Win, W-E-N-M, weapons, and he draws hundreds. Like, here's 24 swords, here's 24 knives, here's 24 spears.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've
that
never seen
is
that. Oh,
that
that's
is
cool.
that is the weapon. With the haft, the blade comes out further. It is a lance. That boat hook haft is 8 feet. This thing is 5 to 6 feet. So this is a 14-foot long weapon.
Holy crap.
And she's like looking at it, and like her eyes almost go covetous, looking at it. And she kind of like shakes her head, clears it, it seems, and then she holds it out.
I look to Savroth.
I'll take it. I don't take it.
My lord.
Making a 14-foot weapon.
What is
Not really your style.
Bahamut seems to speak to you. Is this meant for your hands, my lord?
Something tells me Rofrost has to hold this. Be my bet.
I might as well.
Do you have a name for it?
You, actually.
No. That's Bahamut's weapon.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
your
yeah,
weapon.
yeah, yeah.
Do you have a name for it?
Oh, well.
I'll let you hold off on it if you want to think about it and make a good name for it, or if you have one right off the top
We
of the
still
head.
have a trial to do. I'll name it on my dying breath if I perish with it in my hands.
It is bad luck to hold an unnamed weapon.
Is it?
I suppose.
Well, hold on.
You can hold off on the name.
You can hold off the name.
You're going to name.
Refresh your character.
Well. Oh. Dude.
Look at your equipment.
Enhance.
That's cool.
It's unequipped to go to your equipment.
Equipment.
Yeah. This guy.
You see it?
Yeah, there it is.
1d12 plus 4 if I die.
Plus
So, for everyone at home, since it's kind of boring, since they're not talking about it, I'll go ahead and read this out loud.
Sorry.
The Lance of Bahamut, weapon, lance, artifact, requires attunement by the chosen of Bahamut. It is a lance doing 1d12 plus 3, it has a plus 3 magical bonus, and reach, and special because it's a lance. You gain plus 3 bonus to attack damage rolls made with this weapon. This weapon can be thrown up to 120 feet with a strength-based check attack roll. And will turn into a platinum bolt of light and reappear in the wielder's hand after the attack. It does 1d12 plus charisma damage and does not count as a great weapon when thrown. When you hit an evil dragon or fiend with this weapon, it takes 3d6 extra damage. This includes any evil dragon kin or anything with a draconic descriptor that's evil. The first time you attack with the lance on each of your turns, you can transfer some or all of the lance's bonus to your armor class instead of using it for a bonus to attack that turn. So it's like a defender.
Jeezy Pete.
This weapon emits bright light in 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30-foot radius upon command. It also brightens, dims, and pulses on its own under various circumstances, like in the presence of evil. While in possession of this weapon, you and your allies within 60 feet are immune to Dragon's Frightful Presence ability, and the wielder is resistant to Dragon's Breath weapon damage. While attuned to this weapon, the wielder in battle gains 5 temporary hit points at the beginning of each of their turns, so you will always have a 5 hit point shield every turn. That just the first 5 hit points you ever take in a turn are ignored.
What a name of Platinum Wing.
While attuned to this weapon, you may not turn down any
not bad,
direct
actually.
call for
Platinum
help.
Wing.
Oh, sorry.
While attuned to this weapon, you may not turn down any direct call for help from a good creature or suffer a deed unpunished by evil creatures. Doing so grants disadvantage on all attack rolls, even while using other weapons, and removes the ability to cast spells for 3 sunsets or until you address the deed. You must do good while you hold that weapon.
Oh. It just comes out of real fast. He's holding this right now and it's still just glowing. I'm not attuned to it, so I don't know. Does it just look like it lands to me? Or is
Oh no, it
am I,
looks like
feeling
amazing.
It's what you thought it
Like
would
this?
be.
Yeah.
And you are-
Oh my God.
you are
That was
immediately-
Everything you wanted.
You're immediately attuned to this thing.
I really just, without thought, just call out, oh man, like,
Oh man, like.
oh man, like, this is so cool, guy.
So they yell, oh man, like.
With this,
Oh man, like
Oh man, like
I say, with this weapon, we shall sail on a platinum wing. And then I said, that's what this thing should be called. It's platinum wing.
So name it Platinum Wing.
Platinum wing. First thing came up,
Even though it's like a pokey thing.
you gave it to the low intelligence guy.
A wing.
there
Does
you
this
go.
lance remind you of a wing? Obviously, you're like.
So there you go. You
On
now
this platinum
have
wing.
your weapon.
Jeezy Pete's.
It's very impressive. Everyone's looking at it.
Look at this thing.
There you go.
Just holding it up. I'm just holding it up like, ah.
Alright, I need to make an axe. And then you start going. No.
No, I mean,
Alright.
I'm probably still going to stand there for a while.
yeah. So I guess now we get to watch them make the next one.
Yeah, they pull out they've wrapped bundle and they unwrap it, and it's this fairly impressive, massive axe, but it's been shattered, so it's just pieces of it. Looks like an obsidian blade almost, black metal of some type, and
They're like glass.
they very glassy, very shiny, and they reforged this axe, this dark hewn. When
Well,
it's being it's like striking.
I was gonna say it could be
Darkness.
argued that lighting the forge was helping them build it. We don't need to do anything beyond that. We can help them forge their dark weapon, or we can just say lighting the forge was our contribution.
But you
We
made a
shall
wager.
we shall honor
Oh, the
terms.
wager.
You made a wager,
Like,
dumbass.
yeah,
Like, come on.
no, I forgot about the wager. Sorry.
I was like, yeah, that's fine. Technically, we don't have to help in any of
Yeah.
forging of their weapon. We can
Gotcha,
let
the
them
wager. Let's do the
and
wager.
dwarves.
So, yeah, they
do it.
I forgot the wager part. My original
They
plan
reforged
was
dark
wager.
hewn.
Oh,
Because also at this point, like him holding that, it would be bad to be like, "Fuck y'all!" Like we're out.
are they making another planamantium that we put in the
can't really
forge?
do that.
They're evil technically, so he doesn't have to. As long as they don't screw with him.
Also, I'm just
Also, I was saying
Except for Smoodle. Smoodle is good.
I
By the
was say
way.
Smoodle is the only thing that I'm like,
Yeah, what's
what's Smoodle doing
He's just
doing
hanging
all
out,
this?
watching all this.
Oh, smooth.
Smoodle still makes me
Smoodle.
nervous.
I don't like smooth either. I'm like, this fucking guy.
I like.
I finally got to use a flump for my game, and everyone distrusts it. Which is
Just
true. Like
everything else.
they're from the Underdark and they're aberrations, so you absolutely should. Except for the fact that
How do we know it's good?
they're the only good thing. You know it's good now. Holding Platinum Wing.
Oh, even if I'm on a tune?
You are
You
attuned.
were automatically
He already
too.
said
Oh,
you were
I missed that. I'm so sorry. Were you kidding me? Oh, hell yeah.
It's already marked.
Wow.
Smooth.
But yes, it is a lawful good creature.
Which is it?
Fucking Smoodle.
Smoodle. All right.
I attacked Smoodle. He's like, don't do that.
I really wanted to so bad earlier. I was just like,
Kill
I
it.
don't like it.
Kill it fire. All right. So yeah, they have their axe. You have your lance.
I'll get my
Let the
horse
games begin.
Your horse out.
Call him before. I have one strike, one shot at this, right?
Yeah,
I have a lance?
not with a horse.
No, I can't.
Mom
no?
spaghetti.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no.
I asked the other dwarves if they want to bet
Mama
on
on a
this.
sweater already.
No, there already is a bet.
They don't want to put any like side bets in. Increase no. Alright.
Which dwarves are you talking about? Your dwarves, or are you talking about them?
No, the other dwarves.
The Dwergar?
Yeah. But there's 4 of them that aren't competing.
The one known as Fothgar says, "You're on."
Alright.
He goes over and talks to the 2 ones that have just kind of assisting. And you see things like talk. Then he comes back and says, 100 gold. That Mangol lays your man flat.
Alright. So, I'm getting ready for this. And I'm like...
Lays him flat because he can still win.
You're gonna cast a bunch of spells?
Like, I'm praying.
Come on, weapon versus weapon.
Yeah.
That was the. Don't cheat.
Is
Don't
that
horse.
cheating?
I don't
That's
know.
not-
Like,
what's his
okay.
name? Weregar was his name?
Which one? Fothgar.
Fothgar. He's on.
Well,
Let's do it.
okay.
Let me-
I didn't just...
Oh, you're just gonna like. I mean, if that's what you want to do, like you'll go to. If you start casting spells on yourself, then Drongo's gonna start casting spells on him.
No, yeah. I guess I just
Well, so also is he still in line?
He is not
Still?
enlarged still,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was to say, because that's already a spell, so he's got to come on.
and that's a natural ability.
No, fuck him.
Alright,
Still,
no
it's-
spells then?
Did you see all those fucking bonuses he got? I'm sure he got bonuses too, but these are some good bonuses.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to use any of that stuff. He's just supposed to swing his weapon and hit this guy.
That
and
weapon
that guy's
automatically
his-
does bonuses. It's such a badass weapon.
Well,
It has
his
bonuses.
weapon also.
I know.
It's
what I
weapon
said.
versus weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I hitting his weapon or am I hitting him?
You're hitting
him.
each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're hitting
alright.
each other.
Yeah. Alright. Good.
Okay.
Good. Just want to make sure crystal clear the term.
I put $100 on this shit.
100 gold. All right.
Don't fail us, Rokras.
I was trying to ask for Bahamut to make sure that this is the path that we are set on. But
Still have your shield of faith
part
on?
of the terms.
Or...
Alright.
Do you have your shield of faith on?
Because he gets spells if you get spells.
Hmm.
I mean,
Because you had put it on yourself
You had.
long before all this. I'm sure it's actually worn off, unless it's.
Yeah, I would have to
Yeah,
cast
yeah.
again. This is 8
Okay,
hours later.
so, all right.
Oh, fine. Let's
Ready?
go. Just, yep. Alright. Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing. It's you're both rolling to hit with advantage because neither of you are shirking from being hit.
Yep.
So I mean, you still have your armor on, but
Right.
you're not dodging, you're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
It's just the protection of your armor. So you're both gonna roll to hit, both with advantage. Then you're both gonna roll weapon damage, and then you're gonna make each of you are gonna make a strength saving throw against 10 plus the damage taken to see if you stay on your feet.
Excellent. I
Alright.
love it. I'm about to lose $100 right now, but everybody's gonna be fine.
I would say the way rolls have been going.
So it's with advantage. This is
Now,
the hit.
this is to hit with advantage. Are you transferring any of your weapon bonus to your armor class? You have
Alright,
plus
how
3
much-
to hit,
How much can I do that with?
all of it or any of it.
Because really the point of this is to stand up.
So keep saying.
But
But
also
like
knock him
if he
down.
somehow crazily misses, then you're just going off a difficulty 10 to stand up because it's
Yeah.
going to ring off your armor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like if you want to.
I'll allow it. Continue.
1 second.
I say you just swing.
Yeah, just gonna see. Yeah, I'll
So-
power.
okay.
What is it? Up to +3
Up to
into
plus-
my armor
to your
class.
armor class.
Yep.
Gotta have
Yep.
faith.
Yep. I already know this already has the strength to pierce a devil of dragons. I'm not worried about hitting dwarf. I can hit this. I'll put the power in making
Wanna
sure I
knock
can
him over,
withstand.
you wanna knock him off his feet.
You
Yeah.
well, no. Hold on. What does the bonus? It comes off to hit.
With this is +10.
Yeah,
So
no,
that-
no, no. read the section in the weapon about how the bonus works
You
when you
gain a
transfer
+3
it.
attack to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon may be thrown.
Yeah, next paragraph.
When you hit an evil dragon... Oh, yeah. If you hit an evil dragon or fiend with this weapon...
And next
The
paragraph.
first time you attack with this lance on each of your turns, you can transfer some or all of the lance's bonus to your armor class instead of using the bonus of any other attacks that turn. For example, if you can reduce the bonus of your attack.
Okay, so it still adds to damage. That's what I was...
Oh, yeah. Still has
So
damage.
it's just a hit
Yeah.
that it comes off of.
Yeah.
Alright. So are you transferring it all
Yep.
to your... Alright.
So does that make it, now how does that read on this thing?
So,
Would that make this the plus 10, would that show the plus 10 bonus on the profile, or is that like extra details?
so look at your all or attack, your under actions. Just hit all.
Yeah.
So under Platinum Wing,
Yep.
you normally have a plus 10,
Yep.
but instead you have a plus
+7.
7.
Alright. Oh boy. I have advantage though.
And he has advantage on you.
Yeah, you both have advantage.
Okay.
Hey,
I'll
excellent.
take
18 plus
yeah,
whatever.
18 plus 7 for
25.
25. Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'm
Correct.
notoriously bad on my quick math, so it was okay. Pause. Teaching the youth? Yeah, well, that's still double guess.
What does it say? What does it say? What are the dice say?
I'm increasing my armor class to a 22.
Technically can see one, but I'm not gonna say.
Okay. His weapon rings off your armor.
No way.
He did not hit.
No way.
What about him?
You hit.
Does it add a new? Does it dent my magic breastplate at all, or does
Do
it
you
just
want
like?
that?
Oh,
It puts
you
a
want
it puts
the-
a
oh,
it
dark
puts a
axe.
crease in there. Okay, so roll your damage.
Alright,
So it's
dark axe. What's dark axe?
D12 plus.
The armor's
7.
fantastic. now.
D12 plus 7.
That's gonna be stamped on his fucking scale, standing up to the evil.
And remember, if
weapon
it's a 1 or
armor.
2, you re-roll
Yep.
because you're using it
Yeah,
right weapon
yeah.
style.
Higher maximum, but I don't have the 2 to.
Yep.
Yeah, but I like D12. Oh, 12 plus lots plus 7.
All right.
19 to damage.
So 19.
Yeah.
That means he's rolling against a 29 to avoid getting knocked down.
Yes.
And he has advantage for the.
He has
7,
advantage
right?
because he's
Yeah.
dwarf.
But he still has to roll like.
Not a 3 and a 5.
Yes.
Oh!
So the dark hewn rings out on your armor, carving a wedge into it. A piece of your breastplate actually like slivers off as dark hewn goes in there and just cuts it. But you go, and that weapon, as it hits, as the let me bring it back up again. As that first part hits.
That's where you see us all in red.
Right. Whoop. As like the blade
Y'all had
hits,
it, Dayton.
it actually like almost seems to like grab hold and slide itself down like to the hilt, and like these blades at the bottom are these claw-like features, almost like it almost seems like it's alive and like wanting to get at this thing. It's like and it just goes through him, and he goes and just flies back onto his ass, hits the ground, slides. And he immediately like, just slams the ground and stands back up, and like his eyes go a little bit crazy for a second. He like lifts up Darkhewn, and then Dronga steps between you two, and just like looking back down at him, and he.
You struck first. I salute him.
And he turns around. The payman. Sorry. Thung, what was the name? Fothgar is like, he turns and puts out his hand, and you see the 2 other people pull out 50 gold
I don't
each,
care where it comes
and he
from.
pulls it back over and puts it in your hands.
Bingo.
But yeah, I said you struck first, and I salute him.
Drongo walks up to you and says,
Oh, I'm rich.
well, it seems we're pledged to you. Where is Darkhewn going?
What?
That's a good question, actually. But
Yas is like,
Where are we going next?
Yas is like, we should just have them owe us one. We might have a big battle
I was gonna say
later.
the same thing. Like we will call upon them, like any of our
You know,
allies.
let them down gracefully. Let them go take their home back, and then we'll
Give
get
them time with their forge.
that's probably okay. Honestly, like
Be
This
graceful
is-
about it. Be like, we've both wasted enough energy here.
at
You
this
go
point,
about it.
like, are we supposed to just head back home?
No,
Is that
you
what
have
we're
a.
expecting? Like,
We have to quench
Oh,
it.
you have to- You
That
know,
was some time ago.
you have 3
Waters of
tasks.
Lake
You need to
Minnetonka.
forge it,
Yeah,
which
we
you've
have to,
done,
We have to forge it and quench it, and then
and then
yeah.
so you have
and
two.
consecrate it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 2 more tasks.
gotcha.
So, real quickly before you get to like what your next steps are, if you're gonna deal with her, like if you want her to come with you, she has to. That's the thing. They're not gonna be great if you want to start going out in daylight and all that. So you may want to just say,
No, we
"Hey,
will-
we'll call upon you," type
we will
thing.
tell. Yeah, I would say, use your weapon, take back your land, or your home, whatever the case may be.
Cassium.
Yeah.
But know that we may call upon you in the future.
She reaches back, like pulls off her pack and reaches in, and pulls out it's a black lacquered crossbow bolt. And she says, "When you have need of us, break this, and we will, and that'll be our call to your side."
Just break it.
It's like, note that wherever you are, we will be obliged to come. Or she kind of says like, you break it and speak a place, and they'll go there.
It's good to see this come to honor.
Okay. So, you guys are all down here camping out, and now you have to kind of like figure out what you're going to do next. You've got your weapon. You got your weapon. You have
Yeah.
army of orcs above you, and the cold frozen north, and a white dragon,
Yep.
and a gnome that's looking out for you. You got these Dwergar. You got the Underdark below you. And so, this is a good time to remind everyone of what the 3 tasks were. You had 3 tasks that you need to do to make this weapon. It has been forged.
Yep.
It needs-
quench.
You need to quench it.
Then we have to
Then we
consecrate it.
consecrate it.
What do you need to do to quench it?
I wrote that down.
I do.
Time ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right there.
Oh gosh, it's been. We need to quench it. Let's find that white dragon and quench this in its evil boiling blood.
You need to quench it in the blood of an evil dragon. You need to kill an evil dragon with that weapon to unlock the next.
Oh, damn it. Evil Dragon Blood. I wrote that myself.
Ironically, yeah, I was gonna say you actually wrote that. I remember when you're like,
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Fortunate.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's Lord Crane out there.
Yep.
So yeah,
There's a white dragon back the way you came
yep.
that's hunting you. And Dronga says, hearing you talk about your quest and all this, quench it in a dragon, eh?
An evil one.
And the mind flayer Cusk, he has a black dragon on his leash.
We should not go anywhere where there's a mind flare.
Yeah, or the Underdark. She also says, but if you're looking to get back beyond the mountains, we also know a path through the Upper Dark that'll take you to the southern edges. So, what she's saying is, you guys have entered, like, you've come up all this way on the boat, walked across the tundra, and gone to the mountain range here. You have a dragon up here somewhere chasing you.
Yep.
You have a dragon down here that they know about.
Yep.
She also has a path that will just take you back to the southern edge of the mountain, back into Forgotten Realms, like back into the Farron, and you can get.
And that's where Crane is.
Crane is somewhere, yeah, who knows, but it'll get you back down to, like, if you want to go to Gauntlgrim or Neverwinter, it's just another pathway, another path Because otherwise, you're going to have to go back out,
Yeah.
back to somewhere. Either probably go down to Fire Shear, try to find a boat after winter's over to head back down, or go over land during the winter up north. Either way. But they have another way they can show you that could get you back to the mainland.
I suggest we know that these are evil spirited sort of people, but they've been honorable this far. I think they might be the type to look upon their agreements quite with a great amount of scrutiny. I think that we perhaps could show them an example of what it means to defeat evil in the name of goodness in itself, and at the same time secure how much they agree with their alliance in terms. And then Rofrost takes off his glasses.
He also is like, but we won.
Yeah,
We don't have to go help them fight their thing.
We can show them how to do it in the right way. But
That's
I am
just like
feeling
the-
very cocky with this right now in my head.
I feel being from the south might give us an advantage against the white dragon, which is from the north. It's eaten a million of their kind.
There's lots of dragons out there. I'd rather fight one on our terms than have one that hunts us. I just want to get back to not freezing.
I do
Who's
like that.
freezing?
I'm a bit.
She like narrows her eyes
all of us but you.
as she like
Yeah.
makes and like reheats the stones around her fire. So yeah,
So wait, where's this
Oh,
dragon that's
oh.
not Crane that we know about?
the white dragon,
The white dragon or the black
white
dragon?
Icewing is hunting you
Yep.
up on the tundra.
Oh,
Remember
this-
that
the
thing is
lens
even as my
long,
last
so-
week's
Yeah,
shit?
that's fine. So, what you got, again, these aren't like your only options, just listing what you have in front of you right now. So, if you want to try to figure out how to get back out, avoid the orcs, all that jazz, whatever, you go back out the way you came, there's a white dragon up on the northern side, up in Icewind Dale, that's hunting you. Who knows where it is? It was misdirected to look along the glacial wall instead of the mountain range. But it's up there somewhere. And you can go hunting the hunter and fight that dragon if you want to just go after a dragon. Cusk is a mind flayer that has taken over Cassiolm down below in the Underdark. Way out of your element. It's the Underdark. It's a terrible place. But you'd be going down there with Dwergar and they'd be fighting, and there's a black dragon down there. And then they'd probably get you out of here somewhere after you got that. Regardless of each of those options, if you just want to get back down south, without having to go back to where you came and worry about a white dragon and try to find a boat in winter, or walking or just traveling over land during winter in the only pass that can get you through that, they can show you a way of tunnels, essentially, underneath the mountain range that can get you back down to the southern peaks, the southern faces of the mountain. And that will get you to where you can go to Contalgrim, you can go to Neverwinter, you could go anywhere. If you wanted to get back to civilization and allies. And we can, this is the start of the next leg.
I do hate to say let's call it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's-
pretty
you're-
good spot.
Whatever you choose, even if you chose to go back outside, we're not going to enter into a dragon fight in the last 30 minutes. That'll be something else. So those are that's the option. Well, that's not the only options. Those are three options presented to you, plus any way else you want to try to run this. Which
dragon.
is go back out the way you came and try to find this white dragon that's hunting you. And then after that, you'd have to find a way back down south
Follow the Dragar into the Underdark
and
fight the Mind Flayer.
Fight the Mind Flayer and a black dragon, plus what other forces the Mind Flayer has,
The dragon
and help the Dwergar. Or
Dwergar, yeah.
take the underground passageway, which will get you back down to the mainland. It's northern Sword Coast, but you would be past the mountains. You would be out of like the winter-locked Icewind Dale, and it would get you to where if you wanted to go to Gauntlgrim, if you wanted to go to Neverwinter, if you wanted to go back to Cormyr or wherever, you could just go. And that would also throw the most people off of your trail, because you know that gnome's looking for you, and you know that dragon's looking for you.
You said, can we go back to Tiamat there?
We can go everywhere.
No, I said Cormyr.
Cormyr.
I mean, you can get back to Tiamat eventually, but you'd just be coming out of the World Spine Mountains on the southern side. It's like right now you're on the northern side in Icewind Dale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
So, we're going to call it there, and you guys are going to, like, this is, you have completed Chapter 2. Chapter 1 was finding the Platamantium. Chapter 2 is forging the weapon.
Chapter
now-
7 is in space.
Yeah, Chapter 7 is in space. And you have to now figure out what your next move is. Now it's not you with, like, this clear goal. You have to quench this weapon. You have to get it blessed. You get consecrated
Also,
by
kudos
something.
on staying on your feet.
Yeah. Woo.
Maybe
I had
not think that was
everyone
gonna work very
had
well.
terrible rolls tonight.
I know, it was bad.
Oh my god. And he has
I was mostly worried about my AC because I
Yeah.
was.
Oh, dude, I rolled a 14 for stealth check. My bonus is plus 10. You know,
God damn it.
he rolled a 17 to spot you.
Mm-hmm.
And 17 plus all's bonus.
So like when I was saying I was casting spells, like it didn't even enter my mind that that'd be cheating because like I'm thinking like a paladin, like I must
just-
make a stand here, you know, and then like,
It's like
these
they have
things
a
just
priest.
happen.
Yeah, they have a priest
but-
on their side as
yeah,
well. And then it just gets okay, well, they have Shield of Faith, they have
Yeah.
this, they have that. He's going to use his fighter features to get his super strike on you. But it wasn't champion versus champion. It was weapon versus weapon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh man,
All right.
we got a Lance, a Dragonlance.
Dayton, take us out.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you,
Wolfmaster and Sippy Tango.
Wolfmaster West for always coming by. Thank you, Sippy Tango, Scud Punk, AJTV for hosting. Appreciate that. We will be
We'll
back next week, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll be back on the 1st.
15th, you're not here.
1st and the 8th will be here. We'll be absent the 15th while I'm out of town. So.
Well, he'll be absent.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to run a special one-shot adventure. Well, Robert is going to run a special.
Wiley edition of
Yeah,
Wileyverse.
Robert will be sitting here, and I will be sitting somewhere over there, and Caitlin will be joining us for a special.
She'll take my spot. Yeah.
Oh, great.
For a special one-off adventure on the 15th. But for the next 2 weeks, we'll be running this.
So yeah, next week 9:30 Arizona time, whatever that is for you. I think we're back on the same time as Pacific.
We are.
So
We're specific time now.
I was just going to make it. I was like,
Specific.
nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it.
It only matters to Arizonans.
see
Peace
y'all
out, everyone.
next
Thanks for
later.
tuning in.
See